Well. Oh, I'm recording. No, I'm streaming. I thought I'd hit record instead of stream there, in which case I had a... You guys won't recognize this. You won't know this. But a lot of YouTubers and streamers and things, they'll have this experience where one day they're... You know, we're essentially sitting here talking to ourselves, but you realize some part of the tech hasn't worked, right? The microphone's been disconnected. You forgot to press the hotkey to start the recording or whatever. So you always have this moment where you discover that you haven't been recording, and it's a weird thing. It's a stupid thing. It's an arbitrary thing. But the second you realize you're not recording, it becomes abundantly clear that you are sat alone in a room talking to yourself. And you get, like, vaguely embarrassed for a second. Like, it's suddenly weird. Even though the action is, you know, there's no difference, really, whether you press the hotkey or not. But anyway, you basically just witnessed that live. As I was trying to go, well, welcome. And then I thought, oh, no, I'm not even live. So what am I doing? And I felt like a bit of a prat for a second. It's kind of weird. You'd think that on my own I'd be happy to seem like a prat. But in front of an audience, I should try to avoid that. But no, apparently not. So yeah, hello everybody. Welcome. It's good to see you, Demon's Bane. Look at you with that coffee emote ready there. We do have a new coffee potato. If you guys missed yesterday's stream, that is totally a thing. Good to see you as well, Dusty. I'm really liking... Dusty, you seem to be like one of the crew now. It's very cool. I like seeing these names that I recognize, and you very quickly have sort of risen to the forefront with this more recent wave of MERCILESS stuff. So welcome to you. It's great to see you. It's great to see Elacora. Culminatio? Rich P. Bacon's All Mine. Cypher Enigma. Glassy Ducky. Look at these names. Look at all these names. Alright, so anyway, hello everyone. Yeah, some of you eagle-eyed will have noticed I changed the title earlier. I have exported all my stuff to Wooden Potatoes 2 now, which is good, so those VODs can start rolling up very quickly, and finally maybe I can start consistently going out. And yeah, I'm a bit tired again today, but not too shabby. We will be doing MERCILESS. It will be a continuation of the standard. I might start the stream with a single fresh air, random unranked. I might start with a single one, which could be fun. My win rates are really high at the moment here. Just before we go to the start and I go make this coffee. Actually, you know what? I can't even be bothered to make the coffee. I think I'm going off of coffee a little bit. What was I going to show you? It might be bad now, actually. I can't remember. Yeah, no, this is like my win rate. This is what it's like on Mesmer as well. And this was a ridiculous defeat out of nowhere as well. But you mostly just... It's very weird. This is on a weak build as well. A weak build. But yeah, so anyway. I guess I will go kick up the intro. It's good to see you all. Thanks very much to the sub Spigster immediately there. What a legend. Everybody give him a big cheer there. The lottery has just restarted, by the way. We've got 250 ectos in that. So if you guys want to get in, get some of those early tickets. Seems to be a very early ticket winner that wins all the lotteries lately. I don't know whether that means that trend will continue and you should get in on it, or you should not buy a ticket now because, you know, until really late because the chain has to be broken. But yeah. So, go enjoy that. Listen to some cool music. If you're not going to listen to the MERCILESS intro, recommendation, The Chain from Fleetwood Mac. Or, I'll tell you what, some of the Divinity Original Sin 2 music, some Stellaris music, I don't know. These are the games of which I can speak about. Back to 1 month, you always forget. Spigster, I'm so sad to see that. I'm sorry, dude. But thanks for, you know, going for it anyway. Really appreciate that. And hopefully you like your emotes. By the way, you get those on Discord too. Is it possible to race change in Guild Wars 2? Asks Rich. Maybe chat can fill you in more, dude. But basically the answer is no. Because so much of the game is sort of built around it in terms of the story journal. I think that's basically what it is. It's a minor thing that's not important for the game whatsoever anyway, so whatever. But yeah, there you go. Costa just giving you a good answer. Lots to talk about, and I will see you all very, very shortly. Go get your coffee. Oh, come on, look. Everybody make Waldir happy and me happy here. I'm going to go get coffee. Coffee. So, what are we going to put in chat? What are we going to... It's the name of the emote is listed under the stream. It's drink. It's tato drink. Here we go. Let's spam those coffees, and I'll see you all in just a moment. I never encourage you guys to spam emotes, ever. That's not on my style, but for now, let's do it. Let's actually get some spam. And it will be our special little thing before the stream's even begun. But yeah, so see you all very soon. So I got myself some coffee, I got myself a lilt, and 17 pence bottle of smart water from Morrison's. Vapor distilled water with added electrolytes. I actually don't care about any of that. I just wanted to get some water in because my taps are acting up. Oh man, and it is lovely because it's been in the fridge. So yeah, I really wanted hydration more than anything else. Yeah, it's smart water. I think it's a ridiculous... Glacio Smart Water. Seriously, that's a brand. Oh, you mean vodka? Wow. Outrageous. Right, I just saw a message during the intro here. Does WP really enjoy tepid lattes? Tepid lattes? I actually couldn't tell you when I last drank a latte. Probably when I was like 19 or something. And I used to hang around at Starbucks in town like all the douchey 19-year-olds did. So it's been a while. Waldir says, I made an intro for MERCILESS. I sent you a message on Discord. You should check it out to see what the stream thinks of it. An intro for MERCILESS? What, like a video like I just played or something else? I'm a little scared, Waldir. This sounds really cool, but I'm also a little bit scared because I really like the intro that I made for MERCILESS. So I hope, oh my god, you've made a proper full-on intro here. Oh, do you guys want to watch it with me? Should I watch it blind with you all? It's 30 seconds long. Shall we watch it all and should we see how we feel? We're going to watch it live, Waldir. We're going to watch it live. So, how are we going to do this? Right. We're going to sneaky grab it. And hopefully it should only take a few seconds. I don't think it's privately shared or anything. No, good. And then we're going to go to videos. And that's fine. And then what we're going to do is turn off yesterday's PvP. And instead, we will we'll load in whatever this is here. The MERCILESS intro. Alright, this is it. Oh my god, what is this? Does it have audio? Does it have audio? Let's listen. Oh my god, it does. Okay, wait. Let's restart the playback on that. Let's restart that. Oh, let's just loop it. Let's just loop it. Oh, it is nice, isn't it? Oh, he's so talented. What is this? Oh, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. MERCILESS, do the impossible. I just pulled that right out of my asshole one day. I was like, that would be a cool tagline for it. Do the impossible, sure. That is cool. Oh, dude, yeah, we should use that. We should totally use that. How could I best use it, though? Maybe stitch it on or something to something? Oh, it works so well. The art you did as well. It goes so well with the panels that Dosty generated. That is cool. Thank you so much, Waldir. I'll figure out where we can use that. That's badass. We could also, you know, we could just have it rolling here with the text in the background there. Yeah, it is very Marvel-like. Good point there, Philinor. It is very, very Marvel-like. The unique bad thing is the exaggeration of white. Some image on background, maybe, says Rain Pumpkin. I don't actually get what you mean. Demon's Bane says, very cool. Oh, dude, I hope you get some gratification from everyone loving it there. That's totally badass. Hey, Jerry, it's good to see you. Smart water, aka tap water. Yeah, I think it might be tap water. I think it might be. I heard a snide remark a while ago. Someone saying, oh, I can't believe people are earning a living selling tap water now. And maybe I've just become a sucker consumer that's doing that. But it's a very big bottle. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, look, just everybody spamming the potato with the coffee. Cypher Enigma's got a really cool setup where it looks like the sleepy potatoes are drinking it, which is totally badass. Very, very, very cool. All right, so anyway, hey guys. So what's going on? There's been a couple of interesting things. We had a pretty interesting spud on the Discord. Just for anybody watching the stream right now who doesn't usually, we have a Discord. I haven't properly plugged it for a long time, but it's a community for all things wind potatoes, which isn't very many things right now, right? Bear with me. But all things win and potato. So right now, Guild Wars, we got the streams are running and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, just like-minded people. You don't actually have to be a member of the in-game guild. You don't need an account. You don't need a client. You don't need anything. You can just click that link in chat and you can join, find like-minded people, and maybe get a little bit involved. I happened to see they were talking about gun control laws, and it was quite an interesting topic, actually, I thought. I like talking about stuff like that. I like kind of heated political discussions. I kind of like... I don't usually bring it forward as WP too much, but I kind of like discussions like that, so it was kind of cool to see Spud Club talking about it, so that interests you can go for that, as long as you know, people don't get too upset or, you know, angry or whatever. What else has happened? So yesterday as well, I was watching a Jebro stream. I feel like I made a little bit of an enemy of him. Not really, but we were disagreeing over balance in PvP. I think he's got a very sort of... I think his opinion of me is that I'm a bit of a... Not that I'm a noob, and I think he's been very careful not to say that I'm a noob. But I think he feels like I'm not really... My opinions don't count as much as his right now, because he's been entrenched in PvP for a very consistent period of time, and I left for seasons 6, 7, and 8. But, oh, it's such a downer. Such a downer. There's so much just really, like, major exaggerations about balance and stuff. So I was watching on one of the streams. We had a bit of a discussion about that. But that's about it, really. There's not too much more that's happened since yesterday that's kind of different. So there you have it, really. Finally, something political I can ban people, says B-Boy. Well, it wasn't here on Twitch chat. It was over in the Discord chat. So there you go. Speaking of Discord, have you read what came up yesterday in the GM channel? We wanted to talk to you about it next time we have a meeting. Actually, no. Wait, so Spielman's hers. I need to learn who everyone is at the moment on the various places. No, I'm really out of touch with it. I really haven't looked. Everybody's done amazing holding down the fort and stuff, but I'm really feeling very distant from it all at the moment. So yeah, I haven't looked. I haven't had a good look at any of them, and I haven't probably set up the Twitch mod side stuff either. So yeah, we will get in on that. We will sort that stuff out, but yeah, all in due course, I suppose. So yeah, what do we want to do? Do we want to play a single game? I want to play a single game, so I'm going to play a single game. We're going to play one Fresh Air Weaver match live, and then we're going to do Merciless. During the Weaver match, we'll have a talk about some random stuff, and then we'll be straight back on the Revenant, and we'll do some fun things over in PvE. If you guys recall, we're about to take Claw Island, so that should be quite interesting, I would say. And hopefully not the worst goddamn thing in the world. We won't die on that beach. The beach is the only bit that scares me about... well, no, we're not taking Claw Island, are we? It's about to be attacked and fall. So fairly standard queue time there for people that not familiar with all of this at the moment. Pretty normal. About 20 seconds it took. Picking a map. So as I explained yesterday, this builds... unless you're really legendary at the jumping puzzles and stuff, I do think works best on flat maps, which could be either of these. I'll go Revenge on the Capricorn just because it's new. I'll tell you what. The newest maps that the devs added seem to get most of the votes most of the time in Guild Wars these days. Like, by a long way. I think people really like the simplicity of Colosseum. And Capricorn's a pretty nice, clean map as well at this point. So, yeah, there's... you see a lot of them. Yeah, I have the Griffin Hatchling Backpack Glider combo. I do. I got it out of some Black Lion chests, which the game has been pushing hard for people to buy at the moment. Hard. Do you know what I think's going on? And I really do mean this. I think since the mount contract adoption license thing isn't quite a thing because of the backlash and stuff, I think they're really trying to see how else they can exhaust revenue and get stuff out of the game. I think it is... I don't know whether I talked about this on a stream, but I should have, or in any videos or anything. But you'll notice last week they gave us a free Black Lion key. Giving a free item's really good for getting people into the gem store, because it gets them used to the interface, and then, you know, it's your first little hit, and then you might actually spend some money, or you'll start converting your gold to gems, and then once you're out of gold, you'll think, okay, finally I'll just buy the gems straight up, and then, you know, slowly you get into it, and then you're used to spending small amounts, and then you're used to spending larger amounts. But you'll notice what the devs did is they gave us a free key, which gives us that hit, but it opens the Black Lion chest, which gives you Oh, I wouldn't know how to browse to it. It gives you a mini. I'll tell you what, I can browse to it from here. What's it called? It's the mini. It's this thing, isn't it? Jackal. Yeah. If I just type Jackal, maybe. Which is like a whole collection of these. So, like, they've been really, really clever about it. Really clever. Or manipulative or sinister. Whatever way you want to describe it, I suppose. But they really have been. Alright, so on this build, I double tap air quite often to just build as much swiftness as possible. Swiftness represents 7% damage for us, so I just try and get it as high as much. And I rotate through Earth because I start my nuke actually in Earth. I'm running a Tempest defense variant right now. I've been playing very slowly. This is just me playing bad right now. Like, extremely bad. But my allies are wiping here at mid anyway, so it's a lost fight. That guy basically just suicided on the node. These guys pushed far, so it benefits me to help him slam that fight out quickly before the Zerg comes. Do you see the Zerg is there, essentially? What I'm doing now is they're probably not expecting to be jumped on the road. The problem with that Scourge is now that he's got a kill, he's got Life Force. So, we've got a real job bailing out. We're not going to be able to because these are very, very, very aggressive players. Again, I feel like I face a lot more aggression when I stream. Like, way more aggression when I stream. 2 people chasing me like that. We have sides. I'm going to move out of that because he's just going to let himself die by getting free cast on by a Scourge. He himself is a Scourge. This is really lame. None of our guys are dead, so the fact I'm down in front of the door is kind of bad as well. We are winning mid right now, so that's nice. I'm doing this just to annoy them and pressure them a little bit. Plus, I'm an Ellie, so when I get the next Vapor Form, I can go through the gate. The enemy is only a Scourge. I'm going to wait for him to attack me to cancel cast it first. So he can't even break the gate quickly. So I can come through here. And worst case scenario, my friend that just got defeated, he's going to respawn up there and he's going to pick me up. And if I'd taken the death, I would have given them 5 points and respawned a little bit quicker. I don't know. I just don't like dying, so I'll do it this way. I'll just deny them that. But yeah, that was a really, really aggressive, good play from the enemy team there. Very good. But yeah, so we got sides. I don't need to worry. Wait, we are blue. Right, we are blue. Good. I don't need to worry about this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm watching for the Necro. I'm going to pre-cast Obsiflesh because he's going to try and crit me and put weakness on me, which is the end of my build. I think I got obstructed on my stun, so then he dodge rolled and he was out of range. It's fine. It's not a problem. Oh, he's still up there as well. Here, I need to play very kitey. This guy will wreck me if he gets in my face. So we play kitey. We create an opportunity for ourselves in a moment. And we try and burst him down. There, he got the obstruct. You see how in my face he is? It's because he knows he can kill me. With that little bit of shroud there, he can win this fight now. In fact, I think he has won the fight, which is really lame. Oh, my Scourges are nowhere near good enough to do that. The barrier update. So, just FYI, one thing with... see, if my team's good, they would see me on the thing. I've accomplished nothing this game. Nothing. Okay, I have. I might get the rally here, so that's fine. I hope I do. Oh, why doesn't he have Safe Stomp? You did nothing. You just used a couple of axe attacks. The fact he didn't take Safe Stomp there now means that I probably won't rally. And I'm just easy pickings from these guys over here. Now he's not even cleaving. Yeah, I'm not going to rally. We are doing very well, though. I'm basically being carried. This is why I don't like streaming. None of my games all day have gone like this. Well, a couple of them have, but not many. We haven't got a single actual burst on anyone. So that's a Firebrand. He'll just resustain. I don't need to worry about that. I needed this guy to turn around, but he himself is a Firebrand, which I didn't realize, so that's fine. I don't think he had the awareness to know what I was doing in the first place. There is a Lord push from the enemies going on. I'm going to take Newt, though, because I already have... Sorry, you haven't had the minimap the whole time. I already had the Scourge was in there, so I didn't have to worry. Now I'm going to let that Scourge take the cap and push up. If this is... So who is this? This is a Rev. He's a Ventari Rev. See, this is such a bad build. I haven't seen anyone run this for ages because they all just get wrecked. On Condimez, anyway. It's a sustainy build, so if you don't get the initial burst, this won't be able to take it out. So it's fine. I can just rotate around. In fact, I'm gonna stay because they're trapped on fire and I've got my Necro coming in. So with the Scourge pressure, I can't imagine this guy actually does anything good whatsoever. This is a genuinely trash build, and I always cringe a little bit when I see people trying it in ranked. This is unranked, so it doesn't matter. He got a really nice shield there on my main burst, and then he had his Herald up, which I secondary bursted him. But yeah, like, you just melted the Scourges. I don't see the point in this build. There we double tapped air to get the blinding flash to interrupt his knockback. Here we're aggressing this guy who's low, and is a Staff Ellie for some reason, which is extremely stupid. And now I'm watching the Scourge, who I should threaten as much as he threatens me, really. Here I'm not actually that scared because I have Obsy Flesh, which I can pump the second it gets dangerous. We have Trip Cat. This is a win for us, really. I'm just watching him. He's already used his Desert Shrouds before he's even at any kind of engagement, which is great. We popped that. We forced that. I rolled straight through my Obsy Flesh there, which is bad. We're going to go for the pressure on the body to rally our friend instead of trying to res or anything. This is the quickest way to get him back up. And also because I noticed my friend was attacking him. The Firebrand's out of position and is condied to hell, so we can just finish him off. We got the Rev down. I don't even know who attacked him. The Revs don't do anything, though, so it's fine. Especially not on this big node on this map. If you're going to run that build, at least play it on a small node. Here I'll run full cap. So this mass invis means he's probably going to try and spike me. Condi or power, both are terrible, so I'm getting off the node. And we're waiting for him to... So you can see I got the pressure coming at me now. Early Ether Renewal just to get that confusion off. I've got my friends here, so he can't do anything. He's stealthed again. It could be the Prestige, so I'm going to try and dodge maybe randomly. And now we counter burst. He's dead. You can't see on the stream because chat was there, but we got the kill with the plasma beam. There you go. That's the one game. That's the one game. I hope you're entertained. Maybe I'll entertain you again at some point. Thank you for the carry blue team because I didn't do anything that game. Cool. All right, let's move on. Why is the voice in German? Because German is the master language. What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong with that? No, maybe I'll do it. Maybe we'll end the stream with one or something. Maybe we'll do it that way. WP, you're really brave to play PvP with your Merciless character. I actually didn't die that game. What did I go? Probably like 7-0, something like that. That's a guess. I kind of want to go back on the VOD and see whether I'm right about that, because that would really show whether I know what the hell I'm talking about. But it felt about 7-0. Lots of downstates, but I never went the whole way, so that's good. All right, here we go. So Merciless. Hello, everybody. My name is Rip Rev Forever, with some weird spaces in my name. I'm a Revenant that is not allowed to dodge. Is not allowed to use a heal skill. Oh, I have a Twitch Whisper, do I? Alright, what's this? Which ones are the new ones? Yeah, I don't know though, dude, because we've got tons of stuff in the bank. So basically, the legendary mod there, B-Boy, wants to do a giveaway for you all, which would be really nice. By the way, B-Boy, we do these so frequently and like flippantly. I don't know whether it really... Well, I think it helps with subs, so it is cool. But B-Boy, I don't know how... We've got to split the money. We've got to figure out what's going on money-wise, because we have... we don't actually have the Twitch stash set up, do we, right now? So we got to figure that out. And it's my bad that we haven't got that figured out. So I don't know. What are you thinking of doing for it? You can message me that. But yeah, so if people don't know, this is a Merciless character. We're trying to beat the story. We're trying to get to max level. And we're trying to beat the core story, maybe even go beyond, without dodging, without ever equipping any armor. The only gear we can get is like quest rewards, which really limits what we can do. We can't have any help from other players, all these kinds of things. It's kind of like, it's been compared to Dead Souls, Dead Souls, my god. Dark Souls, which makes me happy. The challenge has been compared to roguelike games, which makes me happy. By the way, if you like that genre, Dungeons of Dreadmore is the best. I'm one of the only ones I've ever played. It's been compared to... what was that other challenge run? I don't know. It's a mix of a lot of cool things. All right. So, yeah. And we are currently about we're about halfway through the game, really. We've just hit a really major tier where we've got 2 trait lines. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. One of the things that's great about Rev is the Ventari tablet, which lets you heal and stuff. I've left all of the build making decisions up to Twitch chat, which means we haven't had that at all. We haven't had it. So who knows how this will go. Another thing, by the way, I've added more stuff, cosmetic stuff, into my my slots, right? So we have the chromatic ooze now, so we can be like ultra shiny if we want. I also brought with me, I don't know if we can turn that off. Does that is that always there? Does that work with the other things? The other one is, I got the Watch Night tonic. Yeah, there you go. So we could play as a Watch Night too if you guys wanted. Watch Night's always most fun when you have high effects volume, but I kind of don't. Because it's a bit overpowering. But yeah, so we can do some things. We can also, you know, we can equip a mini. I don't know. We can do some more Fashion Wars 2Z things, which I haven't for a while. Yeah, chromatic ooze is good. Dusty says, you mean up to me? Sorry, what do you mean? B-Boy and WP are going to split the money from the heist that they did together. Oh, man. Sure, why not? I'll go with that fantasy. That's not a problem at all. Thanks so much to Barney. Barney696. Dude, what a legend. It's good to see you. And Friendly Bobo, too. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for these subs. Thank you. I really appreciate them. I'm doing terrible for catching them as soon as they come in, but thank you so much. That's really lovely of you. Hey, Reg! Hey, WP, I just tuned in. Have you taken a look at some of the new efficiency stats? Some interesting stuff there, like that 50% of all efficiency counts having pre-purchased Path of Fire, 77% defeated Zaitan, 24% defeated Scarlet all the way back in 2014. Really? A quarter of the active player base did that. That's quite incredible, actually. No, I didn't see that. There's a lot I haven't seen. I only just learned about the recent YouTube thing. So, those who might be out of the loop as I was, yesterday YouTube revealed, and this was what I was asked about in chat, and sorry to the person who had asked that and you just missed it. I missed the, you know, properly responding to you. Basically, YouTube are culling away tiny channels. They're not allowed to be partners anymore or get ad revenue, and it's sort of an attempt to stop some of the shenanigans that happen, I guess. And I was asked if it affects me. No, it doesn't. I don't think so. Because Patreon.
Dass ihr euch mit uns trefft, Wachkommandant Terlen. Wir haben schlimme Nachrichten. Einer von Saitans Dienern ist in die Stadt eingedrungen. Wir haben ihn vernichtet, aber die Kreatur war wohl nur der Speer einer größeren Streitmacht. Ein Angriff steht kurz bevor.
Ein was? Das ist extrem unwahrscheinlich. Wir haben keine Anzeichen für einen Angriff bemerkt. Wenn es einen gäbe, würden wir es wissen.
Seid ihr das, Vorgal? Freut mich, alter Mann. Kämpft ihr immer noch für die Wacht?
What do we think of German Traherne?
Beim Schatten der Schneeleopardin, ihr seid Balsam für meine tränenden Augen. Mit euch an unserer Seite haben wir noch eine Chance. Ich möchte euch meinen Partner vorstellen. Er gehört zu den tapfersten Kriegsmeistern des Ordens. Das ist Traherne, ein Erstgeborener der Sylvari. Er ist Tyrias führender Gelehrter zu den Themen Saitan und Or. Ich habe jahrelang versucht, ihn für unsere Sache zu gewinnen.
Kommandant Talon, ich kann Ihre Information bestätigen. Saitans Diener sind tatsächlich im Anmarsch. Eine Flotte Totenschiffe ist von der Meerenge der Verwüstung aus in See gestochen. Die Auferstandenen segeln getarnt.
Was ihr da auch gesehen habt. Es kann keine Bedrohung sein. Die Clown-Insel hält jedem Angriff stand. Ihr solltet mit Brack und Mira sprechen. Wenn ihr unsere Verteidigungsanlagen gesehen habt, dürfte euch klar sein, dass es nichts zu fürchten gibt.
Man. I'll tell you what, I've noticed we didn't get so much of it with the French stuff. I don't know whether it's because there's not so many French people watching me and a lot of German people watch me. You guys cringe a lot at the German localization. Is that just because it's bad? Or what is that? We were talking a little bit about earlier, or was vaguely mentioned, the idea that maybe there are fewer patriotic Germans than there are of other nationalities, just given, you know, the past century of history. And, you know, we talked a tiny bit about that, I guess. And I wonder whether you guys all like it, you cringe at seeing the language in these, you know, localized games. What is this? Nobody seems to like it. One person, I think, said that they liked Traherne. One person liked German Traherne. I like it. I think it fits the Asura really well. It's kind of the idea of these mad scientists. I think it's great. Reminds me a lot of, oh man, German games just remind me of a lot. I'm now realizing Conker's Bad Fur Day as well, the Xbox re-release, had like all these Saving Private Ryan style multiplayer maps and stuff, and I think you were basically playing I think one of the teams were like Germans, I think. And one of them was like a crazy mad scientist. Alright, we got the mini fight on the beach in a second here. French Dodger sounded pretty nice. As French Char were ferocious, I imagine French Ritlock would be pretty awesome. How does German Joko sound? Yeah, I mean, it's weird to think of POF localized. It's weird to think of all that stuff. To me, anyway. Amya Son says, so far the only ones that are remotely well voiced to me as someone native are the Asura. Oh, really? So you're a German person rating the German game. Do you play German? Let's hear it. Type a 1 in chat if you're German and you play on German. Not text, voice. That's got to be common, right? Feels like it's not, though, for some reason. Right, we're just keeping the weakness up. Oh god, I'm scared, man. I'm actually scared. Oh my god. Oh my lordy, lordy, lordy. It's like every time we come back, I've got to sort of get back into the feeling of how tanky or whatever people are.
Das war kein großer Kampf. Traherne, sagtet ihr nicht, es käme ein bedeutender Angriff?
Oh, you're Swiss. Oh, okay, and you play in English. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I can't get comfortable today. I don't know what. So B-Boy says, can get some skins, stick them, you have access. You should have access, yeah. If you don't, tell me, and I'll try and fix it. We can do this ad hoc on the fly during the stream. I don't mind, man. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Do I drink my tea with or without milk? Without, actually. I used to drink... I barely ever drank any hot drinks growing up, and especially tea. I'm a bit neurotic about. I'm a bit flinchy. You know, most people will be like, oh, look, avoid coke, avoid heroin, avoid avoid too much alcohol, avoid gambling, these kinds of addictive substances. Do you know the addictive substance that I'm most concerned about? It's tea. Because I actually can't stand the I can't stand... I don't know why this is true about me, but it is really true. I kind of hate people being predictable. I hate, like, masses of people being predictable. I don't know why, but I don't like it. And so any stereotype that, like... feels particularly prominently true in my experience really annoys me, all right? And there's a British stereotype that we all drink tea. And so naturally, I fucking hate that everyone genuinely does drink a ton of tea. I hate it. I hate that you can have that impression of a British person and you can be right before you actually know them as an individual. They probably drink a lot of tea. It annoys me. And a lot of my family drink a lot of tea. So, like scary levels, like addicted, like, no, this isn't normal, you need to sort of stop this amounts of tea. So I'm very neurotic about it, and I kind of don't want to drink tea ever. I do drink tea. I'm just sort of, I'm not a big fan of it. It's got a steep battle. It's got a steep hill to climb to convince me to drink a lot of it. Anyway, on the occasions that I've drank tea, I'm fucking dead. This is bad. Oh my god. Sorry, so during this entire rant, I have been desperately wanting to say I'm really scared of these A-bombs. Because we don't really have anything good range. We did pick up a hammer at one point, and I think this is the first time in the run that it's justified using. Just because 25 rage on all these guys is just nonsense. We do get an evade. We get life leech as well when we combo this in a set. It's just with the 4, isn't it, really? The life leech is an extra packet of damage. It's basically doubling our damage. Look, we get 100 damage on an auto. It's nothing. We're like an NPC. But when we do the combo field, and this is because it's a low-level hammer and whatever, but when we do the combo field, it reads from our level rather than our gear. And it's set. So basically, we're doubling our damage from Life Leech here by doing a secondary packet that's almost as much as the actual strike. A steep hill to climb. I see what you did there. Yeah, so, and yeah, here's the other sort of thing. I don't know whether this is really true everywhere in the UK, but it has been in my life. It's like, typically women drink tea. Generally speaking. I'm not saying that, you know, just because you're a man and you drink tea, you're womanly or whatever. But typically, this is bad. This is actually so bad. I'm going to go ham on the damage here. We just got to kill him. We've got to kill him before this gets any worse. 5 stacks, he's down. And men drink coffee. I don't know what it is, but you know, like all you know, all the adult couples you'd encounter as a kid. That was what it was always like. So I don't know. I guess I sort of fell into that trap a bit, and I drink a lot of coffee now as an adult. There you go. Maybe in the South, dude. Typically, I know a lot of men who love tea. You are a very odd exception. I mean, again, it's got nothing to do with the flavor. Like I said, it's my own idiotic sort of thing. It's got nothing to do with the flavor. Tea's quite tasty. It's all right. White tea, 2 sugar. I mean, you can't really argue with that. You can't. This is bad. I might be dead. This could be the end of the run. This actually could be the end of the run. This actually is terrible. This is so bad. Oh my god. These are not the only A-bombs that we have to deal with. Just BT dubs. Alright, now we got the beach section. This is scary. We don't have staff to peel out anymore either. I could have played that really slowly. Oh my god. Do you play Path of Fire and Hearts of Stone? Sorry, what? What's Hearts of Stone? Do you mean Heart of Thorns, the second expansion? Oh, look! Twice in a row? I don't know what to make of this. I mean, it's these fields that do all the damage. This is blatantly obvious there. Alright, I'll just be honest about what's going through my head here. Do you think a dev saw us struggling with this on a stream and just ninja patched it? That can't be right? That's way too arrogant of me to think. Because this is weird. I've never experienced her off on the side like that. Because that is such an... You know, this is a really random difficulty spike in the story here. That, generally speaking, as much as I loathe the entire thing being easy, it is terrible design to have a random difficulty spike that has no sign in the narrative that anything's supposed to... nothing to telegraph that it's hard there. It's just, you know, it's just bad that was hard. And now that's patched. Now it's sort of brought in line. Now it's sort of refined, right? It's flattened out. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe it's always supposed to be like that, and I've just been unfortunate about it. And there was no ninja patch. I'm just insane. Hey, WP, fun playing a few matches with you last night. Even though the last game we got spanked, Fresh Air looks really good. What's your character name? I'll tell you if I remember you. I can't really... I mean, I've played quite a few games. It's been fun. Most spankings are 4v5s, I'm afraid. Alright, now we just sink the ship. So we just got to kill the guys that are near it. And that's this instance done, really, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Wait, is it? Yeah. That's this one done. Oh, no, we do like the signal towers in this one, don't we? We do. This is, this isn't good, guys. This is actually not good. That was fighting 2 Risen there. 2. The camera zoom out is insane right now. Look at this. This is actually nuts. 2 Risen. Takes us ages to get through them. We're basically bruising our way through. Does not fill me with confidence. I'm hoping that shot was okay. We'll have to watch quite closely. Sam Bree, you were a warrior. I really hope that this doesn't offend you too much, but I don't actually remember you. But I'm sure that they were awesome games. And very hype. You gotta like the beacon and kill all that stuff. Rev has like 0 Condi cleanse. Well, yeah, the tablet's got the really good one, right? So, I don't know. Oh, okay, B-Boy's got the giveaway going. All right, B-Boy, let's run it after this instance because I'm a bit scared, dude. But after this instance, I'm all gravy, baby. We can do it. Is this watch night only as short as we are as an Asura? It seems like a very, very mini watch night right now.
Das ist kein normaler Angriff.
All right, we do have
Wir
aggro,
halten
so...
nicht stand. Wir sind verloren.
Die Clown-Insel steht seit fast 100 Jahren. Sie hält stand, kämpft bis zum letzten Mann, zum letzten Schwert. Wir werden uns nie ergeben.
I have to remember, right? The point of this is, if I'm going to run Call of the Mist, Song of the Mist, instead of Charged Mist, I should be starting on Shiro. I should be starting on Shiro so that I swap in, and when I swap in, I get barrier and I weaken them all, right? Like, barrier and weakness, that's not good enough. Because I'm going to put weakness out anyway. Do you know what? I'm going to run Charge Mist. Let's try Charge Mist. We did say we were just going to try, so let's try Charge Mist here. That's quite a lot of Risen. Let's get the wall down. Oh, look, this feels good. That's nice. The 75 energy, this is nice. Well, we still ran out pretty goddamn quick. Wait, no, that wasn't 75. What? Oh. Wait, yeah, what? Oh, wait. Invoke a new legend while at or below 10. So I have to be at or below 10 when I do the swap in order to get the 75. So there is a little bit of play to this. It's not the same as like a... What? The balls? Seriously? Do they just infinitely respawn here? It's not like... It's not like a trickery thief. This is bad. This is so bad. Who just gets the luxury. Alright, look. Forgall is under attack. I'm sneaking on. Maybe they don't infinitely respawn. Alright, this isn't actually world versus world, so we're not going to be able to go through there. He come in? Did we aggro him? I hope we didn't. We got them, but they're fine. If you remember from on the thief before, we were okay. We had a guy sort of basically TP to us, but we can skirt around here. Look at these jumping puzzle tactics. Only the proest of personal story players actually can utilize this stuff. And you're looking at it here, folks. I don't want to aggro all three. Let's just aggro the one. I remember he could walk through. He can path here. There we go. Oh, look. And there was another one from down there as well, so good. Alright, so we have to wait for the energy to go really low here. Yeah, now we get it. There you go. Nice. Okay. You know, so I could just open with Jade Winds, right? That's a nice intro. I like that. That's such a cool trait, man. That trait just keeps on giving. I love the flavor of it. I love the idea of it. I love how transparent it is. And I love the way it can change your rotations as well. That is so cool. That trait is so, so cool. So basically, by opening with this that drains everything, I can basically start the fight with 75. And they're on an epic 2-second stun, which means that I'm now using an ability I saw no worth in before. Honestly, the balance lately has been really good. No. Skipping these mobs. So Verdo says, why are you fighting? Just skip everything. Skipping these mobs is a really bad idea, because when you press F on this, it puts you in a cutscene. And all the mobs in the area will build up and just kill you instantly. Why does it feel like they're insta-respawning? Let's use that road.
Gut gemacht.
I'm just going to wait here a second. A lot of stuff was teleporting to us there. I don't know why. I don't know where it was snapping from, but there you go. Okay, I think we're safe. I thought it was useless. I never listen. What do you mean? Why do you keep saying that? What am I missing here? Oh, wait. What is this? The Spigster says, damn, WP, just as you screamed, what the balls? My whole computer crashed. Thanks for sharing my reaction. Dude, I hope it's alright. What is it? Some kind of overheating issue? Look, we do have another one here. Very, very strange experience. Interestingly, we really can't afford to... I mean, we can be swapping before the animation's even finished. I wonder if there's some use in that. Like proccing on-swap sigils to guarantee some kind of effect on the Jade Winds. Jade Winds is so good. You see revs quite rarely in PvP at the moment. And I saw one that was running the downstate Jade Wind Echo. I love that trait. I think that one's really cool as well. What happened since WP did the Fresh Air game, the first one? Well, we came to play MERCILESS. What do you mean? Alright, so the thief took ages on this bit. I am going to do things a little bit differently. Because we have... The thief is very single target, the pistol at this point. Here, we just get insane cleave, right? So, we're just going to run straight through the middle. Burn, torment, everything we possibly can. Okay, I drained my energy a little bit too quickly this time. It's okay, because what we can do on this one is... Or I hope we can. We can dodge roll out. Never mind. I was waiting for the dodge roll to come up, and it just wasn't. So, we're going to swap like that. I'm really scared right now. I'm popping the elite. The elite plus the hammers is a lot of damage reduction. Oh, God. No! Oh, God. No, I'm preempting the story. It's fine. I'm just doing this a little bit early. It's fine. It's fine. Hold on. I do want to see, though, here, by the way. Damage taken. Claw, kick, claw. The numbers didn't get that low, I guess. Yeah, they did, actually. 250. That's very low. Wait, what? Why am I still in combat? Let me out of here. There we go. All right. Let's go just kill him again. Hopefully this will go a lot quicker. Someone said on the last stream that this is just like a matter of time. But I swear it's gone much quicker on some streams. No, we're not allowed to heal. If you type MERCILESS in chat, if you type in chat right now, ! And then rules, there'll be a link that appears in chat and it will tell you all the rules in a really beautiful artistic album that one of the other guys in chat right now actually made. So... You can check it out. One of the rules is I'm not allowed to heal. It's sort of the ultimate challenge for Guild Wars 2. First story in Guild Wars 2 anyway. Come on! I've got to take this hammer off. I've got to take the hammer off. We can knock down any pursuants. And then life leech him. I mean, look at how low the damage is, like, honestly. We can Condi bomb him. What I'm really scared of right now is going down to the Thrall, but then the Thrall dies just before I go down, and then the Brute walks in and destroys me. So I want to be cautious of that. Oof. This was not this hard yesterday, was it? I don't remember it being this hard yesterday. Oh, we got the Cascade as well. That was good. My God. Hold on, let's get rid of this. This isn't going to be of any worth. Let's put all my MERCILESS stuff back on. One of the other guys, think about my ego, Kappa. Look at this. Look at this. This is obscene. That's right, we've got staff now, so we can... I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, underwater seems like a real challenge here as well at the moment. Because we never made the right choice with the weapon box. Oh my God, I forgot I was in German for a second there. And German Traherne really weirded me out for a moment there. It was pretty hard yesterday, but you only fought one mob. Well, that's not true. We fought a lot more than one mob. But the hard moment was against a single mob, right? It was the Svanir character. That was a really nice Axe 5. This is why Axe is better than Sword. Sword could have only hit the guy in front of us. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I think Sword's really strong too. I think it's all really strong on Rev. I reckon I could watch gameplay of someone running everything different here on Rev. Everything at this point. And I wouldn't even question it. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's really weird or that's dumb or whatever. To me, it would just be, oh yeah, that's sort of how it is. There we go. It does feel like there's like one specific mob in the middle there. Die on purpose, restart. Why do you want us to restart, Waldir? What class do you want to see? I don't often see you going for the fastest finger first and stuff.
Ich hätte nie gedacht, dass ich mal sowas sehen würde. Schnell,
Meine
Right.
Augen, meine Augen. Ich kann nichts sehen.
We gotta bail out. Sorry, Ella McKay, your eyes are getting burned out, sweetheart. It's over.
ihr mögt diese Schlacht gewinnen, Drache. Aber unseren Kampfeswillen bezwingt ihr nie. Ich bin Vorgal, Sohn des Kerl. Mein Vater war der letzte Doljak-Schamane. Ich bin Kriegsmeister der Wachsamen. Ihr zwingt mich niemals in die Knie.
Mira ist angeschlagen. Ihr müsst uns den Weg freikämpfen. Löwengarde, schnell zu den Schiffen. Dieses Opfer darf nicht umsonst gewesen sein.
Alright, so much dialogue. Anyway, there you go. Bye-bye, German Vogel. You will be missed. I like how basically the Merciless runs, right? It's our characters are dying. Yeah, obviously, so that's very sad, and, you know, we should feel bad about the characters dying and all of this. But you know what's kind of funny as well? It's like we're sacrificing all these Vogels. It's like, bye-bye English Vogel, you dead now. Bye-bye French Vogel, you dead now. Now we just killed a German Vogel. And I'm sure there'll be many more that go on the chopping block as time goes forward. That dialogue's really underwhelming in German. More criticism for the beautiful German language. Bye-bye, Vogel. I like that emote there, Dead Zealot. Just restart in English. Is that what we need to do specifically? All right, okay, so that's finished. Now, B-Boy wants to do a giveaway, guys. So, let's have a look at this, all right? Oh, great idea, B-Boy. Great idea. Okay, so, we get a black line key. So these skins that I'm running, these Merciless skins, yeah, remember these badass Merciless skins? Very fitting for the Merciless challenge. These are special Black Lion skins. They're kind of limited edition rare skins, basically. You won't see many people ever really run them in the game. We're going to give 2 of them away at once. And everyone, if you're listening to me right now live, sorry WP2 people, if you're listening to me live, you can win some skins right now. We're going to give away both a focus, a Merciless focus, and a Merciless sword. And they can be yours to keep, to sell, to do whatever. To hold on to until the price goes up as they get rarer as time goes by. It's up to you. So all you have to do to win them, it's really simple, is just in chat, all you have to do is type the word Revenant. Okay, now the spelling, okay, is with an A at the end, not an E. All right, remember? So I'll just read it out for you. Spelling bee style. Revenant. R-E-V-E-N-A-N-T. Revenant. Can you use it in a sentence? The Revenant went to the underworld and then came back. Revenant. All right, so there you go. Revenant. R-E-V-E-N-A-N-T. Revenant. 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 All right, there you go. Cool. So that's all you have to do. There is a perk as well to anybody who subscribed. So that's a Twitch feature where you can sort of choose to follow and support a channel to a greater degree. Anyone subscribed gets 10 times chance to win those. And if you just keep your eye on chat after you've typed the word in, you're in for a chance, and that's it. If you are subscribed, you get 10 times the chance to win, and you can subscribe even now after entering. You can still give that a shot, and sometimes these get us a couple of subs, so that's always nice if that happens. So do consider that. You got 10 times the chance to win. You can do that completely for free, by the way. Literally, subscribing is free if you have Amazon Prime. You just click subscribe and then use Amazon Prime. And so you don't have to enter credit card details. You don't have to do anything mental. You can just subscribe straight up if you have Amazon Prime. Or you can give me a regular subscription. It's totally fine. You get other stuff too, like emotes and that you can put on Discord, and you can go, or any other Twitch stream, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, that's the whole thing really. Good luck with the giveaway, and thanks B-Boy for running these, man. I really appreciate it. Moving over, we got Gluten Free Guy, who triggered a duck and said, hey WP, How are you able to keep your keybind so quiet during your recordings? As someone who's building my audio setup with an audio interface and a preamp and playing with gain control, I can't for the life of me get my keyboard to shut up. Well, my microphones, I don't pump much juice into them. I don't give them that much gain. I'm a loud man. I'm a very loud person. And so what you're listening to right now probably sounds quite conversational, but I'm speaking at a pretty loud volume. I'm not shouting, but, you know, there's a lot of oomph there. So because there's not much juice going to the microphone, and because just over the past 7 years of my life I've got used to speaking at this kind of volume, it means, you know, you're not going to hear other stuff because the mic wouldn't pick it up anyway. Also, I don't use mechanical keyboards. I don't think they're important. Poor Boots, right? I still feel bad about this to this day. I sort of casually, on a couple of recording sessions, happened to mention that his keyboard's really loud. In all of it, you know, in podcasts he was on and any kind of production he ever did, he always has a loud keyboard clacking away. And that's fine. I genuinely am not very worried about it. You know, it's his productions. I don't mind. But I mentioned it, like, enough times that he went off and got a whole separate keyboard, which he remembers to plug in when we do things together. And I feel so guilty about it. But it's nice. It's good. It's good quality stuff. That's the kind of effort he puts in. So yeah, I don't use mechanical keyboards. I use what people would call shitty and tacky keyboards. But I like them and they're quiet and there's no chance that the mic will pick them up. So yeah, I just don't plug much. I don't push my. No, I do actually have a FET head, and you know I can bump the gain quite a lot, especially if I go back to the RE20, which is the other condenser that I've got. Wait, dynamic? Is it dynamic? Is it, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know much about microphones. I know a lot, and then it all goes out of my head a couple of weeks later. But whatever the RE20 is, that can actually get quite loud. Like if I wanted to do ASMR things, where I like whisper and I smack my lips and you can hear the saliva in, you know, whatever. If that was what we were into, you would be able to hear the keyboard in those videos, but I just wouldn't touch the keyboard kind of thing. Off topic, but you love Almora? Yeah, Almora's really sort of become a bit of a fan favorite lately. I think people have been much more openly expressing their love for her. More so than I've recognized in the past, which I think is super cool actually, because I like her a lot too. This instance is huge, by the way. And I don't think we've taken this opportunity to properly explore. Do you remember this is where Kanak was, Mytrin was caged for a while? In this little building. If you actually look, cheeky little bit of mini-map work is going on here. When we walk through this door, we're going to go past an invisible trigger and watch the mini-map as we go through the door. You ready? This is the kind of quality and flavor and UX that went into Guild Wars 2 that made it feel so good and so polished. Oh. I still get nostalgic looking at stuff like that. And just these deep feelings swell inside me of like, come on, look at how good your game... Look at the stuff your game's got. Anyway. So yeah, I guess. And that's still functioning in the re-implemented version of old LA as a part of a thing. This is also, by the way, a pretty cheeky view of old LA with no fog. Because I'm running no fog right now. Looks a bit gross really over there, doesn't it? Let's be real. The old Fractals hub down there. If I fall off this is really bad, so I'm a bit scared of that. How far along the bridge can we go? Can we go all the way along the bridge? The diving board thing, I forgot that they added this. This was actually added in Season 1, right? I wonder when the snapshot was that they took of this. So that's the gate to South Sun you're looking at, down there. That's the South Sun gate. This is the Fractals gate, and it's all warped and broken. That's the Consortium building. That actually appears to be in instance as well, so you could probably go in there. But for the Merciless challenge, if I leave the instance, it's a rip run, so I'm not going to risk it, because I might not be able to climb back up. The old Gate Plaza, obviously, just over there. I'm not sure which story instances, if any, properly allow us to re-explore that. But it's there. I mean, we haven't done Priory for a while, so there could be some available choices there. And yeah, obviously this area we've actually walked around quite a lot. But yeah, you still prefer old LA? Honestly, I don't think I have an opinion that's worth anything on which LA is better. I do think anyone who says I prefer old LA, I agree with you. I know why you're saying that. That resonates with me. Right now, I sort of wish we could more comfortably visit old LA, more free. And, you know, I've got some happy memories there. I'm sort of nostalgic and stuff. But that's the thing. Like, a lot of it's, like, weird subjective stuff, I think. And a lot of the time, quality isn't actually important. It's just a change of pace. It's just having something a bit different. So, like, I loved New LA when it first came out. I loved it. It was so good because it was so different. Yeah. And it was really good. Now, of course, it's not different. And what would be different would be going back to old LA. So it's kind of hard for me to sort of disconnect and untangle those feelings, I think. I'm not really sure where the logical critique of which LA is better or worse stops. And it's just nostalgia and stuff that begins. I don't really know how I could even begin to unpack that. I think the only people qualified, really, to make a proper value judgment on which is better are total outsiders to the scene. I really think that those are the only people. Now, again, I sort of feel like they'd probably say old LA is better. But I don't know, because I think of old LA, I think of like the pipe, the Mario pipe puzzle, and I think of like a lot of the little intricate areas. But you know, for New Lion's Arch, let's just show it. So here, this is old, this is new. Hold on, this is really stupid of me right now. I shouldn't do this in a combat zone. But in New LA, you got all these, like, these areas are pretty intricate, and there's like all the little places you can go in. All these little areas of the car crew, I think, is all pretty cool. The airship dock's really cool. The JP, you know, if you show off all the JPs, now that gliding and the Griffin and stuff's in the game, and the devs don't care about their old content, and they just happily, wantonly invalidate it all, it's kind of difficult to sort of, I don't know, talk about. But the JP as it was originally added in New LA was beautiful, right? So I don't know. I think that they've both got some meaty punches to them. They do. And they both work within the lore. Some of you guys are going to say, oh, well, yeah, but, you know, one was more fitting to the setting and stuff. But I think they do both work in the lore. I think that New LA, what people sort of jokingly call it is Disneyland and stuff, and that's fine. But really what it is a very planned out, well-constructed area, very specifically constructed, which is deliberately in contrast to old LA. That's deliberate. And that's because of the mindset of the Captain's Council after they've been attacked again and lost again to Scala. And, you know, their attempt to show some strength and to fortify properly. It's a fortress. New LA, if you think about those giant walls that are around it, it's a goddamn fortress. So, like, for the lore, I think it's actually got a really cool story about why it looks the way it looks, too. As fans of video games and RPGs, maybe then there's a bit of another side of things to talk about. Like, maybe we can actually say, well, look, there's a lot of settings like New LA, but very rarely do video games give us a pirate shanty town as well as Guild Wars 2 gave us original Lion's Arch. I think that would be a pretty fair thing to sort of hook onto. But again, this isn't weird to me because it's like, it's sort of subjective, really, isn't it? Why the lobster? Well, I think it is a tourism thing. I literally do think it's a tourism thing, isn't it? I don't know. I'd have to listen to that, the tour guide NPC, right? Which also is, you know, that's a part of New LA, which is a really good part as well. Often doesn't get rated alongside the rest of the stuff, but maybe it should do. You know, I really wonder whether we should go corruption here, because these mobs just, they're not dying. They're not dying. We're at the point now, level 60, I'm telling you now, all the early game benefit that Condis give you, they're wearing off, man. They're wearing off, and we're like, we're starting to hit the slump. Alright, this is the last A-bomb, I think. He's a veteran. He's going to charge, I'm going to avoid him. And we're going to get some torment on him. Weakness. Alright, swap. 75, tons of impossible odds. It's amazing how that feels like that kind of lined up there. Alright, get the wall down again. Weakness, stab. It's torn. I'm going to let him hit me. 1,000 damage. I think we had the hammers up still at that point. We might not have had retail up. Retail is important to keep up. Ow. Okay, he's got 20 now. All right, he's done. Does the rage improve their damage or just the speed, the rate of attack? I can't remember. So, by the way, one little sign that this is Living World based, not actual launch LA. At the what the story we're witnessing right now, this is the 2012 vanilla came out Guild Wars 2 story. So really, the Lion's Arch we should be exploring should be the very first Lion's Arch. But what you're looking at over there is a refugee camp. And that was only established during Living World Season 1 events. Living World Season 1 took place after Traherne's assault on Ore and stuff, and after all of this happened. So this is kind of a little bit off. That, I think, is beautiful, though. Do you guys remember these? The sprinklers up on those fields? Are they still there, actually? What's that like in New LA? Are there still sprinklers up on that field? Maybe there still are. I don't remember. Who won the lottery? Lottery drawing was last weekend. Main thing you hate in New LA, the music? Yeah, I can get on board with that, Royal. I absolutely can. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Almora. Alright, guys, you get to vote now. I'm going to do a Traherne voice here. You ready? We need reinforcements. I can think of 2 possibilities. I don't know how to do his voice. A Norn Pit champion or a warband of Iron Legion Char. What are their strengths? Start with the Norn or... so which one do we want to do? Do we want to do the Norn or do we want to do the Gear warband? We've seen both, I think, at this point, haven't we? No. Oh, right. The thief, the character we had before this, was a thief that died doing the Gear warband. How is this Rev going to beat that? Oh, God. I don't know how the Rev would win at that. I don't. I don't have the foggiest. I mean, that's just Doom, isn't it? Because they all snap to us and stuff. How would we ever do that? We'd have to clear the room first. That was the plan. That was the idea, right? I don't know. I don't know what the Norn one is. So it's up to you guys. And I'm going to do it a slightly different way to fastest finger first this time. Alright. We're going to do overwhelming majority. Okay? So, what I'm going to ask you guys to do is I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. Alright? And when I say go, you're going to do this in chat. Alright? And I'm going to watch chat for about 3 seconds after I do that. And then I'm going to stop looking at it. So, get ready. Okay? I want everyone to do this. Okay? Wait for me to say go, but type a 1 if you want Norn, or type a 2 if you want the Gear warband. So a 1 for Norn, a 2 for Gear warband, and then when I say go, type it and press enter, and I'll just see what flashes past with all of you, and I'll just see what majority it feels like wants it. Okay, just like a snap straw poll. Not yet. What? You guys are so predictable. Do you see? All right, here we go. So 3, 2, 1, go. And we'll see what we got. And obviously I have to wait for stream delay. Well, that's inconclusive as shit, isn't it? I don't know what that is. What? That's really inconclusive. This is why I don't like this style. What do we have? I mean, I could try and count them all, but they're just going to keep coming. I don't know. That legitimately looks like 50-50 to me. Okay, no, there's a huge chunk of 1s here. Alright, fine. I think people are just spamming 1. We've got a couple of people who have gone 1. We'll go 1. Alright, here we go. Oh, good. A new weapon. I guess we want the mace, right? Oh, it's such a good mace. Oh, it's such a good mace. Look at the stats on that. 500 health. Main stat Condi damage, which is brilliant on a mace. And it's got power on there, which is great because of stuff like the hammers. This is such a good mace. Weapon strength is double the quality that the old one was. Oh, it's It's making me salivate just a little bit. And then we can equip our amethyst lump in it too. Okay, good. Alright, let's get out of here. Royal says, I said 1, did you see me? Not specifically, but probably. You like Ewendell's idea of the lucky nth number. Oh, what's this idea, Ewendell? Repost it, Ewendell? Yeah, maybe we could do that, actually. So, like, I'm thinking of a number 1 out of 10. Yeah, but then how do I verify to you guys that it's I mean, I could... what, just honor rules? You're just going to trust that I wasn't lying, I guess. By the way, one thing I wanted to do, because I did this on another character between streams. I looked at my dies here, yeah, and what I did was I just tried to do a rare die in the same slot that looked sort of the same as what the devs had already anticipated. Yeah, so like this, and then Zaffa. And I think it made the Raptor look way cooler, because higher contrast and higher saturation is always cooler. So look at that bad boy. Look at that saucy champion of a steed there. Saucy champion of a steed. So what is it? Fastest finger second? Oh. Is that for real? That could actually work, couldn't it? My attention span is like 2 seconds long. I'm trying to entertain you. I'm trying to keep it going, you know? I got a ball to roll on. We got to keep it going. The stream isn't titled Private Conversations with WP. We got to, you know, we got to keep it snappy. But I appreciate I did ask you a question and then just immediately moved off to the side. Oh, I snorted there. You made me snort with laughter. Trailer 2 of Tomb Raider came out. I saw people post about it, but I couldn't bring myself to watch it. I saw the last trailer, and everyone was like, oh, it's a really generic action movie. I will give the movie a shot. I really will. But I'm a little nervous about watching them. I feel like it's the kind of movie I just want to wait until it's out, and then I'll just go see on a whim kind of thing. I wish I didn't feel that way, but I don't... I don't have... I mean, it's weird with Hollywood the way that this happens, but they took a risk on going with an IP, but because just this IP itself, and because it's a video game adaptation in and of itself, is a risk, it means that they're not going to play risk enough to actually adhere to the games very closely or honor the franchise very well. And I think that you know, basically they've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, which means it's going to be a shoddy product in the end. That's usually the way that these things go. So I'm really scared and worried that the Tomb Raider movie is going to be the same, but... I did see the news of it. I just haven't found it in myself to watch the actual trailer. You can give me impression of it if you want in the chat. Tell us about the novels, books that only have that 5% of the community read. Tell us about the novels, books that only... Sorry, you're telling me that only 5% of the Guild Wars 2 population has read the books that are associated with the franchise? Because I'm actually going to call BS on that, and I'm going to say that it's way less than 5%. Way less. There's no way that 5% of all Guild Wars 2 players... Maybe 5% of all efficiency players, as people pointed out before. Maybe 5% of all efficiency is a thing, sure. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if it's 1%, Dosty. 1 in 100 people have read the novels, really? I reckon maybe 1 in 1,000's read the novels. Maybe. I mean, shit, I can't even... if we're talking about fully read all 3 novels, I'm not even in that category. I never finished Sea of Sorrows, so... You have one of the books, you made it halfway through and got bored. Well, there you go. A bit of honesty. Lovely. This is really interesting, by the way. Where are we going? Timberline? You mean at least 1, okay. Where's this stat from, though? You just had to explain to your mum how Twitch was different to YouTube Live. She watches TV all the time and thinks I'm the crazy one. Oh, you got to do the sports thing. You can at least with blokes and people heavily into sport, you can make it quite... You know, if someone sneers at you for watching someone play a game on the internet, just point out that they'll happily watch American football or, you know, hockey or whatever on their TV without playing it. You know, it's essentially the same thing. Not for a stream like this, but especially like competitive streams, which are the more favored watching ones. I think that's a good thing to try and get them to understand. Talking about Guild Wars efficiency, they got stats on the site. Yeah, Rain, wasn't it you that told me about it earlier? Who was it that told me about it earlier? Oh, sorry. So they got stats. You can see how many people have the Stellar weapons, and I've got to say nearly no one has them. Neither Stellar or Astral. That's the Istan set, right? They're the two new ones from Istan. I must admit, Istan had so much. The patch had so much. I just sort of didn't take the time to really learn the patch and a lot of it, really. This is a bit of a shame, really. Talking Cabbages subbed earlier, by the way. Thank you very much for that. I don't know whether that was because of the giveaway. Actually, I think nobody subbed because of the giveaway, unless it was you. But so thank you there. And then also the source a second ago. Need a lol potato emoticon? Oh, like a laughing potato. That's a cool idea. Is Waldir still here, I wonder? You made one stellar weapon and called it a day? Oh, man. I don't know. I really don't know about this. Retail lasts longer and gain retail. We get might and stuff. I like this. This is 8 might if we could have perma retail, but we can't really have perma retail. This isn't a light field. Not blasting light fields doesn't even give retail anymore. We can't pop the hill. So I wonder whether we should invest a bit deeper and get steadfast rejuvenation and give ourselves a heal for 275 health every now and then. I don't know. We've literally got the taunt. We've got the synergy of the taunt and the taunt trait. These should probably be swapped, shouldn't they, actually? These two. Planar protection should be on the bottom, because this is all top line. This is all the taunt line, really. Should be the top line. Anyway, sorry. Does retail scale harder since you have no armor? No, retail doesn't work like that. Retaliation is just... The game detects a packet of damage has been dealt to you, and it doesn't matter how big or small that packet of damage is, it then splashes a packet of retail damage back. So if I get hit for 2 damage, I'll splash 400 retail back on him. If I get hit for 1,000 damage, I'll splash 400 retail back on him. If I get hit for 10,000 damage in a single packet, I'll put 400 retail back out on him. So retail's really good against like flamethrowers and stuff. Lots of mini ticks of damage. But it's not very good against globals and nukes. So there's an interesting balance there, and I think retail could be a really fun part of the game. But I think mostly because of World vs. World and how terrible it is at scaling with various types of combat. It's kind of a bit unworkable, really. I don't know whether we'll ever see them do anything interesting with it. So I'm really scared right now, obviously. This is a small instance, so we can't really kite out either, just by the way. So we're going full damage here. Need to keep out of these fields as much as possible. Swapping. Taunting. Road. I'm max turtle right now. Max turtle. And now we're basically trying to CC her and get as much damage. I'm going to use that just No, this field. I think it's RIP. I think it's RIP. I don't know. There's the next field. I can't do anything. I took the mini-map off so you couldn't see it. We really didn't have much space to kite. We maybe could have gone down there and broken. Maybe I should have broken before aggroing her. Oh, why do these characters keep dying? What is it with this level 60 step? To be honest with you, that rev got really weak, really quick. Today, this rev was hard. This rev was not easy today. And I've been very distractible. The rev was not doing very well at all. I think if we replay rev, we're gonna need corruption or something quicker. Or we're going to have to abandon that form of main hand, or we might have to try sword at that point and see how that scales around level 60. Maybe at that point you have to just completely reconfigure the weapons you're using and stuff, but I mean, it really, really dropped off quick. If we'd gone Devastation, it would have been really nice as well. We would have actually had some sustain. You guys majorly voted Invocation, though. It was a huge vote for Invocation, which I wasn't sure I really agreed with. If you remember, as I said always, I think that a lot of them are really, really possible on Rev. But yeah, that was this was not easy today. And I've died there, and to be honest, I was kind of resigned to that fate anyway, given what we saw about underwater combat yesterday. All you one people are to blame. No, we straw polled. It wasn't just a Dosty fastest finger first. We straw polled. I mean, I think Invocation's okay. Well, anyway, look. Oh, I'm sad at that. I'm actually really sad at that. All these characters, I'm basically giving up on the graveyard. I've got so many characters to add to this graveyard at this point. Maybe I need to find a better way of doing the graveyards. So why don't not let anyone vote, create your own, question mark? Well, just because it's more fun for the view. I mean, literally, I'm here to entertain you, not just to play for myself and jerk off. I'm trying to sort of do a job. I'm trying to hopefully encourage you to maybe, you know, show your support and stick around. So doing a bit of stream interaction is a good idea, I think. I mean, Ranger would have been fine there again, because it would have just used the pet. I mean, that's how OP Ranger is, really. Necro would have been fine. Well, no, it doesn't have Signet of Agony just yet. But yeah, I can't believe that. That's really? Perhaps Guild Wars 2 isn't as easy as you thought after all. I know, probably is easier for some other classes, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm wrong. I guess the game's really hard. It's a really difficult game when you take away armor and healing and dodging and everything. Maybe one instance they'll kill you eventually. Maybe it is a hard game. Maybe you're right. Alright. I do still want to play on a medium or hard difficulty class, so we will have a look at that. So first of all, let's clear our inventory up, shall we? Spirit shards. Bags of loot. Look, I've got so many of these now. It's hilarious, actually. These invisible bags are well annoying. I'm loving the XP boosters I get from this. This is like proper big dick XP boosters as well. Like, they're genuinely like... We're talking 7 to 9 right now. It's so good. They last the 2 hours. Great for PvP reward tracks. Really, really nice. Let's just deposit... I really don't think the game should auto give people invisible bags, because they're kind of fiddly things that, I don't know. Or maybe it's a good idea because it teaches people to interface with that. But I like the experience of crafting those. I don't know. Alright. 2 black line keys. We don't actually have any slots left, so I've got to go to the... Should we just open this? Do you guys want to maybe open a black line chest? Or 2, I guess. Well, no, we got to go to the bank anyway to deposit that thing, so whatever. Let's cheat here and go onto an airship. Instead of a graveyard, maybe a leaderboard so you can see which class's race has got the furthest. That's a cool idea too. Maybe if I hooked up some kind of spreadsheet that had a pretty front-end graphic or something on it. But I don't really have any actual talent for these things, so, you know. Right. Deposit. Deposit. And that's it, isn't it? There we go. We're all gravy, baby. We're all gravy! Yep. And it's delete time. I feel really nervous about this. I don't know why, but I do. So, Rip Forever. Weird, weird, weird character name on that one. Wait, hair contract. I see you're dying every weekend to get your weekly Black Lion chest key. Yeah, it's basically that. It's just a key farm. That's all it is. I've got so many wardrobe unlockers and stuff now, though. It's beautiful. All right. I don't know whether we want to play Char. I'm just nipping through. I'm just wondering. I'm asking myself now. WP, what do you want to play? Last time we voted, I did put Ellie as an option, and I did put Mesmer as an option. These are really hard, I think. And they're hard in the same way you saw that Rev started getting quite hard. They're very low pressure, I think, probably. Right now, as I emotionally, whatever, fatigue and stuff, I don't know whether I really want to play either of these right now. I'm not sure I want to. Oh, excuse me. I kind of want to play one of these two. Guardian or Warrior. Crazy Guardian damage. Warrior's just entertaining and fun. I mean, Warrior's probably hard. I think Warrior's a real challenge. Have I done NG? I did play NG, but it got really boring. I got distracted by chat and died in an inane, stupid, obnoxious way. I mean, Guardian is fun. Guardian, we had a prototype version of the challenge we were running on a while ago, if you guys remember. Guardian is, of all 9 classes, for people that don't know Merciless, and I wouldn't blame you for not knowing Merciless. How long has the game been muted, by the way? I'm sorry. For people who don't know Merciless, Guardian, out of all of these classes, is by far and away the top dog for damage. Like, it's particularly mid to late game. This guy blows shit up. Extreme damage. Fairly squishy too, but has a lot of active mitigation. I think this is either medium difficulty or hard. I can't quite figure that out just yet. They are a bit screwed when they get in the down state too, I think. We distracted him, sorry. Yeah, the NG got killed via distraction. I still want to play Rev, but oh, it soured me a bit. That level 60 story there soured me a bit. Do I want to play Thief again this quickly? Kinda. I mean, it is quick once you get those pistols up, but it's also a bit boring to watch, I guess, with the unload spam. Necro might be kind of fun. We haven't played a Necro for ages, and technically, we haven't actually beaten the challenge on a Necro. We've beaten a challenge that was very similar, but not this exact one. So technically, we haven't actually quite done on Necro. So maybe these 3. Maybe I want the vote to be between these. Does anyone want to make a case for any of the other classes outside of Necromancer, Warrior, or Guardian? Not Minion Necro, plus. Minion Mancers. Yeah, I don't know. Derelict Snag Key. Why wouldn't you want to watch a Minion Mancer in PvE? I mean, I get it as like a PvE thing, visual bloat and just pets and AI and stuff's annoying, but for PvE, I mean, it's not a great Minion Mancer spec anyway. The devs showed in Path of Fire that they understand good Minion Mancer gameplay. They have a personal story instance that's beautiful that utilizes it, but the class itself is a hollow shell of that. Ellie, just because it might be interesting to watch if it's very hard to play. I mean, it will be slow. All right, okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll add Ellie to it. Look at how basic Ellie looks. All these other ones, they deck them out in like high tier gear that represents, you know, the toon at 80. When you hit next, it puts you in the basic armor, right? But for this page, you're in like good, well themed stuff, right? So this is like blood magic gear, but the spikes are blue instead of red and stuff. So you got all these cool looking characters, and then there's Ellie. For Char, this is anyway. I think all of it's cultural, right? Isn't that the idea? Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be Guardian, Warrior, Necro, or Ellie. I'll let you guys vote between that. It's going to be a full-on straw poll. The majority wins. So, if you guys don't know how straw poll works, you don't need an account. You don't need anything. You're literally just going to click the link that's in chat. So, take a look at chat now. And, you're going to go to that and just vote on which one you want. That's it. If you have better Twitch TV, you can do it right there from Twitch. You don't even have to leave. I also typed Elemancer instead of Elementalist, so ignore that, okay? That means Elementalist. It's because I was speaking as I was typing. So I typed Elemancer. That's not a real thing. But yeah. So those are the ones I kind of want to play. Probably Guardian is on top of my list, personally, but I don't mind. One of these four we'll vote on. And then we'll do fastest finger first and stuff for the other things, the races and so on. Yeah, should be pretty good. WP not typing Elementalist properly to throw us off. We will not be deterred. I think me typing that wrong and in a funny way probably means it will get more clicks, not less. The Elemancer elite spec. I mean, that's like the worst sounding elite spec they could ever add, right? Okay, so Elementalist is winning. Warrior is at the bottom of the pile. Guardian and Necro are basically tied, and Elementalist, or Elemancer, I should say, is ahead. You guys really want to see Ellie? This is going to be just like when you all voted on Mesmer. Alright, it looks like we're going to be Ellie then. Ellie is reasonably ahead right now. Yeah, it's going to be Ellie. Alright, fine. Fine, Twitch. Ellie, Elementalist. This will be an Ellie run. You've, in my opinion, you've just chosen the hardest version of Merciless. As far as class is concerned. Now, as far as race is concerned, probably Norn is the hardest that I've seen so far. Char is the easiest. The others are kind of middle of the road as far as I know, but there's probably some other stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna do not fastest finger first, we're gonna do third fastest finger first. So the third person to tell me which race to play with the code 31 in the same message will determine it. So the third fastest finger first, go. Sorry, Dosty, but you know. All right, so the third fastest finger was Tattoo, who says Silvari 31. So Silvari Ellie. Okay. Third fastest finger first, male or female, the code is 11. Male or female, the code is 11. Male or female, the code is 11. Okay, whoa, slow down, wait. It's hard now that I have to look at the third. So I'm pretty sure it was Tattoo again. How did you manage that? Right after Quantum Waffle. So Tattoo said a female Silvari. We're going to be an Elementalist. A lady Silvari Elementalist. Are we going to be tall or small? Tall or small. The code is 78. Tall or small? 78. Dead Zealot says, holy shit, my stream delay is insane right now. Tall or small? 78. Oh, look, people are typing small just the way I want. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, my eyes. I hate the way chat keeps jumping. Please just stop. So, small. So, Draganta got it this time and said small. I'm glad for that. I like small characters. The circlet is going to be air, my favorite element. We're going to be charming, because I'm charming. Okay, White Stag, Green Knight, or Shield of the Moon. I dreamt of a quest that calls me to action. It was the vision of the White Stag, the Green Knight, or the Shield of the Moon. Type it in. You've all got time. Yeah, you got it typed out. Which one you like? White Stag, Green Knight, Shield of the Moon. The code is 93. 93. Green Knight, White Stag, Shield of the Moon. So Green Knight, White Stag, Green Knight. Tattoo. I don't know how you're accomplishing this. Unless I'm insane. That's 3 of these choices you've got. So it's Green Knight. So there you go. Boom. And you've got quite a lot of competition here. And I believe that the most important of Ventari's teachings is to act with wisdom, but act. That all things have a right to grow. Where life goes, so too should you. I mean, Silvari's annoying for this kind of stream interaction because you've got so much to type out. So act with wisdom. All things have a right to grow. Or where life goes. Act with wisdom. All things. Or where life goes. Act with wisdom. All things. Where life goes. Have it typed out. 75. No, I know that he's doing it because he has the least delay, but we're doing 3rd fastest now, so it's like... It's almost impossible to do that. Okay, so we've got Vild Sommerfane, who says, all things have a right to grow, 75. And then our cycle doesn't matter. I love the pictures for this, though. I really... There's something about these that just make me so... We'll go Dawn. This seems really nice. It's a new Dawn. All right, and the big one. The name. Oh, we're going to be playing Ellie. My God. I don't know how I'm even going to start with this, really. This is going to be a lot of running in circles, dropping lava fonts behind me, I think. Or running scepter focus, I'm not sure. Excuse me. Alright. Maybe we can run some kind of fresh air variant, I don't know. Elemancer. Alright, so the name of the character. If you guys got an idea, type it in. Though trouble may follow me, I overcome it with charm. The pale tree awakened me during the cycle of dawn. And the most important of Ventari's teachings is that all things have a right to grow. While in my dream, I dreamed of the Green Knight, and I'm called to find him. I'm an elementalist, and I study all the elements. I like the idea that we study. Like, how do we study? Or will we ever again after character creation here? I mean, we wake up in the goddamn dream here. I wear a gem that symbolizes my love of air. This is my story. Signed... What? The code is 81. All right. So the 3rd fastest finger was a spoiler. I can't believe it, Rain. A spoiler? Really? I guess we'll do it. Balti is dead. Balti is dead. I'm pretty sure that was the 3rd fastest finger right there. So there you go. I love that name, Salad Vinegars, by the way. That's a cool name. We missed it. We'll do the German Savari, I guess, for a second. And we might change it. It's up to you guys.
Vor 25 Jahren erschien mein Volk in Tyria. Der blasse Baum erblühte, die Erstgeborenen erwachten. Der Traum birgt die Erinnerung meines Volkes. Ich nehme sie auf und erwache dann in der Welt. Der Traum erfüllt mich mit Wissen und ist meine Verbindung zu anderen. Meine Inspiration, mein Leitbild. Ich sehe meine Aufgabe jetzt vor mir, das Böse zu stellen und zu zerstören. Mein Schicksal ruft, es wird Zeit zu erwachen. Meine Zeit kommt bald. Die Natur und das Gute sind in Gefahr. Alles Leben steht auf dem Spiel. Wenn Tyria leben soll, braucht es uns. Wenn wir versagen, wird der Traum zum Albtraum. Und Tyria verkümmert und stirbt.
Ich träume von Schlachten. Mein Volk flüstert mir etwas von Kriegen und Siegen zu.
Ich sehe einen Ritter in voller Rüstung. Er schenkt mir Kraft und Mut. Der Traum verheißt meine Zukunft. Ich sehe gute Leute, freundliche Gesichter. Sie brauchen meinen Schutz. Eine verschlingende Gewalt bedroht Tyria. Ich werde mich dieser Gewalt stellen. An diesem Vorabend meines Erwachens spüre ich Feuer im Blut. Und doch fühle ich, wie die Finsternis naht. Etwas dringt in den Traum ein. Es versperrt mir den Weg zum Erwachen. Bevor ich die Welt betreten kann, muss ich erst das Böse überwinden. Ich wurde vom Traum gerufen. Das ist meine Geschichte.
All right. What do we think of the German Silvari? I don't know. I don't know whether it fits. I don't know. Oh my god. Here we go. Fire attunement. Dragon's Claw. This is actually going to be quite interesting because we get another side of things to unlock here, and that's the attunement unlocking speed. Starting with a Signet of Restoration, that's nice. I actually didn't know what Signet we'd start with, so I'm okay with that, really. Let's play as a polar bear for a few minutes here. Hold out against the Nightmare Hounds. Okay. Oh, gosh. Gosh. I don't know about this. We should definitely set up the betting again. If Merciless is going to keep being a thing for a while, we should definitely set up a thing where people can bet on when they think the character's going to die. When do you guys think this is going to die? This might be a lot stronger than I realized. There have been a lot of changes since I was last playing a lot of this. Close off. Yeah, good point. Got to do that before we leave the invincible area. For some reason we had dyes there as well. No! So why did Rev get a weapon? I can't really remember. Alright. Well, there we go. This character will never die. Oh, you think he's going to go the whole way, do you? 5 minutes. Probably at the Dream Boss. It's impossible to die. I get that you're just making a joke. But it's actually impossible to die here. This Dream Boss does do some reasonable damage too. Of all the bosses, this might be the one where you're easiest to see going to 0 health. Unless maybe you're deliberately walking into every single tell of the Golem and the like Gatling gun thing for the Asura. Yeah, I like the starting instances that are shared too. Is this another Merciless character here? Because if you are, you got to unequip that stuff. Love. Legendary Dwarf Stance. You as well, Rev Tree. You got to unequip that stuff. Not sure what you guys are doing. The Kodan will show you how to go forwards. Yeah, it is impossible. It never used to be. You used to be able to level in these areas. You used to be able to karma farm in one of them. It was a terrible karma farm, but you could. That was the human one. They used to be genuinely like... They used to be like pre-searing Ascalon, really, essentially. Someone once did a challenge as well to get to level 80 in that area, seriously. And they had a whole story about updates that enabled and disallowed various aspects of it. It was cool, and it was sad to see it all went away when Feature Pack 2 came out. Sorry to break it to you, but there are genuinely new players. Not everyone is doing Merciless. That's true. That must seem really, really arrogant of me. I will say, though, we've seen a lot of quite clearly Merciless characters every time we make a new one on the stream. For reals, I'm sure they're like, what the hell? This is there's a polar bear race. Yeah, I know, and why is it here? That's cool. We got 3 people with us right now. None of them are naked, so maybe they're not Merciless. That's cool. Merciless should include a non-NG language, a non-English language run, so you won't know what's happening. That should be a rule. We can add that as an optional slide, along with bringing the fog in and whatnot. Yeah. It still baffles me that the metrics led to the new player experience stuff. Lots of the entry-level maps lost some of their charm with the dumbing down, because people can apparently figure out how to feed cows or water plants. Well, I have my problems with the new player experience. I have my problems with a lot of what they changed and why, but I actually have never really had a problem with that side of things, because I'm a big believer in RPGs continuously giving you new experiences. And I think in service, so if you watch, when I'm at 1 health, see, I will never go lower than 1, ever, even though this should be sort of me dead right now. I think it's okay that, you know, you have very simple tasks in the first instance. It's actually not about treating people as children and, you know, dumbing the game down too much beyond people can understand. I think there is a lot of valuable stuff in that, because there is so much to learn about Guild Wars 2. It's all pointless anyway, because the game doesn't get you to think about those things anyway. So it was unnecessary from that perspective. But from the perspective of, oh, now I'm in Kessex and essentially pressing F on cows again. But now it's slightly different and a little bit more complicated, because I actually have to run the bags of feed over to them. Because that's basically what happens, right? Like, it used to be that part of a Renown Heart was exactly the same in Queensdale as it was later in Harathi Hinterlands. Run the feed to the cows. Exactly the same. Now, it's a bit different. It's like the Harathi Hinterlands one is a slightly more interesting version, which is a reward for you for leveling and continuing to make exploration feel like a fun part of the game, right? So, yeah. I'm going to keep the original dagger for the offhand, just in case we need it at some point. So yeah, let's get our raptor. I'll put the skin on as well, because why not? There we go. We won't do the special dye and stuff. Okay, good. So let's get started. Merciless Ellie. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't think you have too much opportunity to. This ain't gonna last that long, I'll tell you that for nothing. Boom. Speak to Keith in the grave. You want an outfit, do you? Oh my god, look, as a Sylvari, you can proper see, because we're so thin, you can watch how I'm proper bobbing around on that seat. That's cool. Like, look at this animation. Not this. There you go. Look at this. Look at my hips wiggle about. Look at that. God, that actually looks incredibly uncomfortable. Jesus. Or enjoyable, depending on your mood. All right. So do we want an outfit? Second fastest finger first wins. Just give me an outfit and I'll wear it. What do you want, guys? What do you want? Do we want to be a pirate? Do we want a dervish? Do we want to be, you know, a verdant explorer? Do we want to be a Massart? Do we want to be the ancestral? Do we want to be white mantle, royal guards, crystal arbiter, champion of Tyria? Or let me guess, cook, maybe? We could be a wedding. All right, so here we go. What did I say? Second, didn't I? The code being 17. The code being 17. Oh, how about Slayer? We haven't seen that one before. Slayer looks pretty cool. I don't think we've ever done that on stream. It's up to you guys. All right, looks like Cypher got it on the Arctic outfit, which hilariously, if you go back and watch, I think the Monday stream, this was one of the outfits I ranted about us always getting. There we go. Okay, we'll go Arctic. We'll go Arctic. Oh, that is the dev's default dyes as well. Okay. We're going to be all wintry and chill and stuff. Okay, so we get our dual daggers. This is already actually kind of nice. Rev struggled with this. Didn't get an offhand for the level 10 story, but we do, so that's nice. And we get water attunement as well. Oh, I don't have much confidence in this. I really don't. I really feel like this is going to be pulling teeth. Alright, let's go down. Isn't the objective with the Arctic outfit not to be chill? Is it really? Nice Eskimo. I like the outfit too. I do like it. Okay. Mockery of Death. What did we vote on again? Is it Green Knight? We usually end up doing Green Knight. Feels like that's the main one that I usually see. Can you see the statue to Traherne? Can new players see it? No, you cannot. It's client side, and it only unlocks once your character is past that point of the story. And each character individually has to do it. It's like an epilogue. You know how the story journal is one of the only character-bound remaining systems in the game. That is it's tied to it. You will only see the NPC there after you finish Heart of Thorns, and only after the whole thing's done does the statue and so on. So, only when you finish Heart of Thorns does it appear. There's no spoilers, honestly. They did it perfectly. It's really good phasing. I love the way that the devs have got around some of these issues. Was this always like this? That looks so much like a Mordrim. Alright. We're going to fight Bersalak. Yeah, it's Green Knight. It's always Green Knight. Without dodging, this will be merciless. I'll show myself out. All right, so what do I actually want to fight on here? I guess it's got to be Dagger, right? He can only get procced by the ring once now, so there's no like fancy kiting in and out plays that I can do. Probably the burning is the most important thing for me to stack here. These interrupts are relentless. Alright. For now, probably this is the way to go. And I mean, Christ, you can see it on the tooltips. 360 damage from this, or 18 on an auto, yeah? Even the fire grab is only doing 128 against a burning foe. It's just so out of whack. Keep him in the line if we can. So maybe Condielli's the way to go. Condielli, what do you guys think for the early stuff? For that, I'd run Scepter. How is he alive? How does he keep respawning? Whoa! I've never seen this story. Beauty. He must be cheating. Defeat him again. There's not another phase, is there? What? There is another phase. Oh, no. This is like the full Invuln one, right? Alright. I think he's going to bail. How do you actually stop yourself from dodging while playing? I think my muscle memory would just make me try it by reflex. Did you unbind it for the challenge? Yeah, exactly. I unbind it. If it's not unbound, I do it through muscle memory. I usually mention it out loud when that happens. Some streamers have things where you can see all their keybinds as they're being pressed on screen. I kind of like that idea. If people were more willing to watch PvP stuff, I think I would invest in doing that. That would be really fun, I think. But, and from that, you'd see all the times I muscle memory press it. But same for the skill 6. Both of them, they're unbound. So when I press the binds, it doesn't matter. Only tends to happen in the scary moments, right? Sorry, but you won't get the drops to go Condi? Yeah, I know, but just as you saw on the Rev, Condi works really well up to like level 40. 40, 50. It does drop off very, very quickly and very heavily, but the way that the game scales stuff, it's very strong in the early game. As, again, I mean, you can't argue the tooltips. I don't know, you know. I don't know whether you saw me mousing over those a second ago, but it quite clearly does work, even with no Condi gear. I think that's the main point. When in a gearless run like this, the Condi stays very strong. And I do think it's an oversight, and I do think it's bad design, but there it is. It's something we can exploit to be able to get through on more brutal characters such as this one. So I'm going to be just trying to get the range of Ellie weapons, because I really don't know what weapons I want to go for. I really don't. Do you guys have any thoughts for yourselves about maybe what we want to run? Gorgeous stuff. Look at that. Wow. In fact, is that not a big version of the little icon we clicked when we chose what cycle we were from? You missed it. How did the Asura die? In Timberline Falls. Against just 2 Norn, basically. Just 2 Norn. I didn't kite away because I thought I wouldn't be able to break combat. I probably could have, and I think now as well. If I'd had hammer, that fight would have been really easy. Because you could have just strafed to mean no projectiles hit. You could have used the hammer mitigation and none of them would have hit. And I could have used, you know, especially the field. I could have avoided being in the field whatsoever. I think hammer, it would have been extremely slow, but hammer would have been alright. I'll take a mortar seed plant. Thank you. I'll take a mortar seed plant. Thank you. I'll take a mortar seed plant. Thank you. Alright. What are my thoughts on string theory? I don't understand it well enough, really, to have any real thoughts. If you want to get me started on something that will interest me about the topic, you can go for it. My understanding of string theory, really, though, is that that's sort of like, or as far as it was presented to me at a GCSE level, was essentially that, you know, probably if we're close to the money on anything, it's probably string theory. And it's sort of, as a model, it answers quite a lot of questions, right? I mean, you're only going to get some really half-baked, nonsense, idiotic commentary from me about something like that, so yeah. Oh, I missed a duck, did I? Oh my god. Oh, only 1 minute, though. Ewan. And do you know what amazes me, Ewan? Do you know what actually amazes me? You do these donations. I missed them. And you always type in chat, oh, he's missed it. And I always see you saying that in chat and never realise that it's you until afterwards. Like, it's like clockwork. I don't know what it is. It's insane. Anyway, thanks so much, dude. Here's my good deed for the day. Providing for the less fortunate. Oh, too real. Wow, I died. Okay, yeah, here you're seeing a bit of the Ellie squishiness. Oh my god. Guys, this is not... This is not going to last long. Oh, they were carriers. Never mind, they were plague carriers. Alright, I thought they were just regular attacks. Alright. Alright, we are very squishy. But Jesus, I mean, the down state is terrible too. Anyway, dude, thank you very much. And to be honest with you, if we're talking purely wealth, you're probably right about all that. So there you have it. Thank you for the good deed. You're keeping me in, you're keeping me, not in gravy, but in tepid coffee. That's what you're keeping me in. And I'm pretty happy. So thank you. Yeah, that was a bit nuts. All right, more mortars. Oh, is it despawning my old ones to cast these? That sort of sucks. It's keeping me in smart water. Yeah, 17p bottles of Morrison smart water. Definitely. There you go. Chat almost killed our poor salad girl. Chat will kill this poor salad girl. By the end, you, Twitch chat, those of you with your hands on the keyboard right now thinking, what should I what do I want to type next? I've got an opportunity here to interact with Woody Potatoes and, you know, the stream and have some fun. What do I want to type? Yeah, you doing that right now. You eventually are going to cause the death of this poor Arctic exploring Sylvari lady. It's going to happen. It's just a question of how many hours away. If it's even a matter of hours away, actually. One of these turrets is healing, and extremely strongly, which is nice. I need to remember water attunement is a thing. And I was wondering whether the autos would be a good idea, because they will stack a ton of arm. These, once upon a time, actually hit quite hard, but looking at the tooltips, I just can't see it. Nor can I really see the healing being too strong right now either. And it's only going to get worse. Alright, we'll let them blow up on that plant. That's good. Staying in the shelter of the mortars. I am in a bit of a weird position right now, though. I am in sort of a 50-50 world where half of me really wants this character to do well and get really far, and half of me is like, yeah, come on, we can do this, we can do it. The other half of me, though, is kind of like, well, I've been telling people Ellie is hard the whole time. It had best not be easy now, because then I'll just look like a knob. So I'm kind of like at odds with myself a little bit. I guess it means I can just chill out, you know? Like a good Arctic explorer. Kill her. Also, there's no timer. No, because I couldn't find just an easy, simple stopwatch. And when I say couldn't find, I mean haven't spent the time searching. I completed it on Ranger last weekend. Was it still last weekend I did that? Or was it the weekend before? I can't remember. Time's all blurring together. January's not a good month. Oh, we get the level up blowout there. Is that a 10 target ability? It's actually kind of useful too, because the Horde was proper ganging up on us there. Uh-oh. A-bomb. Alright, how many? We still got all of our plants. They're still on a lot of health, so that's nice. There's so much detail on those plants too. I really like him. Alright, we'll let him charge through. Hopefully it won't instantly break them all. Look, they're healing themselves. They're actually healing themselves. I'm not sure through what, but they totally are. Oh my god. Okay, if we're behind him, he can't cleave us. As long as he stays on the flowers. Look at this heal! What are these heals from? Is this the Savari that's healing us? I'm not going to use that because that'll move me into him. Ooh, I don't know whether that animation actually cleaves behind them or not, which should be important for me to figure out. Because we fight a lot of A-bombs in Merciless. Do you know what's really gross about this? You know, if we really want to dive in, just for 1 second. Oh, I can't even... That doesn't even toggle off with the UI. Alright, fine. What's really gross about fighting an A-bomb here... Or I guess what's really gross later, I guess, the fact that they used A-bombs, is all that stuff later in the game about how Trahearne's never seen one, and, you know, we're looking at how they're created, being stitched together, and, you know, at the Temple of Lyssa in association with the Doom thing nearby, and all of that right at the end of the game. And yet here, basically the first instance you play as a Sylvari, right next to the fucking grove, we have... A-bombs casually walking around and attacking people. It's just so unbelievable. Okay, weapon. A fresh dagger to keep on curve, gear-wise, for the next few instances would be nice. The damage is quite sorely needed. This is a level 10 instead of a level 0, and it's pretty good. So, that is possible. Focus. Focus, there's maybe one way the Ellie could get through this is running Scepter Focus. Focus gives us an invulnerability. It's a skill called Obsidian Flesh. It also gives us a skill called Swirling Winds, which deflects projectiles, and hopefully at this point you guys understand how strong that is. It also gives us another reflect, really, on ourselves with Magnetic Wave. It gives us a Flame Wall, which might be alright for Condi damage. Could be cool. Bit weird to use, though. What else does it give us? Gale. We can throw that behind us. For anyone pursuing us. The Comet's not great. The Freezing Wind's not great. Ellie has a lot of, like, just dead skills. But maybe it has to, considering it gets 20 on any given weapon. Anyway, so Focus is pretty good. And then finally Staff. Staff is two-handed, so hopefully we all know Staff very well. We can do 1200 range damage. We can keep people away. We get a dodge roll on Burning Retreat. A very early dodge roll. We'd have that instantly here. That would be really strong. We get chills. We get walls. We also get good Condi damage on Earth with the Earth 2. I know that sounds really weird, but it's actually alright. Lots of bleed stacking on there. So I don't know. There's a lot of use here. It's up to you, Twitch chat. How will our... What were we called again? I forget our name. How will Balti is Dead go? The code. Type out the weapon you want. Focus, dagger, or staff. The code is... $15. I wanted to do a really long wait there. Get you all anticipating it. Ooh. Alright, there you go. 15. Am I running some kind of add-on? The visuals look super sharp. Actually, well, the fog's been disabled, but I don't actually have any shaders on right now. Alright, so what are we doing? What did I say? Fastest finger first there? I guess fastest finger first. Oh no, I guess it's only fair to do third again, since third is what we've done on stream. So it would be 1, 2, 3. So Divinity 187 said focus. Focus 15. There were a lot of staffs as well, staves. What would I have been most comfortable playing? What do you mean? Sorry, what would you mean? Alright, I'm going to put that on straight away. It's got healing on it, but meh. I kind of like focus. I think it's a good idea to get all the weapons unlocked. So, yeah. Dusty says, motherfucker, you haven't said anything. I worked hard for that second place. Oh, I see. Sorry, Dusty. It's a lot trickier. Look, the Merciless has been hard for me today, and it's been hard for you as well. The trading post calls it staffs. Does it really? It's not staves, it's staffs, is it? Well, that's unfortunate. Right, where are we headed to? North. Travel to the Smith, south of Brigand's Overlook. I don't really remember exactly the best way to get there because there's some caves and things. Let's just hope this leads us vaguely in the right direction. Got some bats and stuff. But yeah, as for the visuals, it's kind of just the game really, but with fog disabled. Which means you're seeing a lot. You can see further, but you also get kind of grimy, gross-looking pop-in of assets, which some people won't like. Very reminiscent of Black Desert to me, but there you have it. Is it not considered a form of torture to sit a plant person on top of a flaming mount? No, because look, we got all this lovely protective gear here. Look at this. Drake oil. You know, waterproofing and fireproofing the Eskimo outfit. It's good, man. It's good. We're all good. The Arctic Explorer outfit, sorry. It's racist, isn't it? You're not allowed to say Eskimo anymore. Isn't that a thing? As far as weapons for an Ellie, what are you most comfortable playing with? All of them. That's irrelevant to me. I've got many hundreds of hours on all of them. That's not me trying to brag or whatever. I just literally, it's not even a consideration. It's just which tool actually can get the job done. That's all I actually think is important. Comfort doesn't... Like, I'm not going to have any issues. I'm not going to, like, swap into air here and be like, oh, where's my flame wall gone or something. You know, I know these weapons very, very, very well. And again, that's not me bragging. I really don't think that's the kind of thing I'd ever want to brag about. Alright, we got to search the house. We found the thing immediately. Good job, Keith. Okay, is that it? No? We want to look for some more stuff. The journal. Come over here, Keith. MMO Inc. says, are you the wooden potatoes from YouTube? Wooden potatoes doesn't exist on YouTube anymore, Inks, so I don't know what you're talking about, man. YouTube dead platform. I mean, I keep reading that everywhere. I mean, I really do read that everywhere. The reason why you're able to see me more often on Twitch than YouTube lately, when I've got a lot on my plate and I'm dropping balls, is because literally there's no prep required for Twitch once you've got it rolling. It's easy. It's just like you can just log on and do stuff. But that's very different for YouTube. I sort of feel very nervous about ever uploading something unless it hits a certain sort of like standard I would hold myself to, kind of thing. But yeah, everyone's talking about leaving YouTube, coming to Twitch. This is supposedly where all the money is, right? So maybe it's a good idea. Yeah, are you the MMO Inks from YouTube? Is this Keith the Keith that revives and saves runs, or the Keith that's equal to all NPCs that don't revive? Good question. Will this Keith res us? That's a great question. Alright, so we got to defeat the courtiers. I'm trying to see if they've got range damage. Oh, do you know what? They do. But I'll tell you what. I probably shouldn't use air attunement. Seriously, I might be dead. This actually might be it. Kaith, this is it. Is she the resin Kaith? No, this is it. It's Rip Run. Ellie's dead. That's it. It's over. The run's done. Wait. There's one opportunity. I can immob, flee. Look at the bleed damage. And hope she turns onto Kaith instead. No. It's over. Dead. Literally dead. Third instance of the game. I swear to God, I was giving it my all. We beat the instance! We beat the instance anyway! I really was giving it my all there. I'll tell you what, though. Air attunement I probably shouldn't use because that only unlocked at level 11. Which is not in the rules. Same as why I'm not using this utility right now, even though I could slot one of those. It only unlocked it at level 11, so, yeah. That's it. It's over. That's dead straight away. I'm telling you now, Ellie is brutal. I am telling you now. Ellie is the hardest Merciless character. I'm sure of it. I mean, level 10 is a bit of a difficulty spike. It gets a bit easier at 20, a bit easier again, probably around 30. Guild Wars 2 easy mode, beat instances while dead. It's not like Guild Wars 1 start over again in 45 to 50 minute long instances. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was pretty gross. Alright, listen, I know what a lot of you are thinking right now. That it's going to take ages to get into the next run. And, like, it's too much talking and it's too stop-start and it's too slow. Well, to those of you who are thinking that, don't worry, because I'm going to roll through this really quickly. There's going to be just as much interaction, but there's no point describing everything all again. So here we go, guys. Get ready. You're going to do your voting, and you're going to get this going quick here. Balti is dead. I can't believe that. That was a quick. That was a short one. So third fastest finger first wins. The code for the race is 96. 96. Third fastest wins. So go 96. Okay. The straw poll for the class is up. So let's see what we got here. Will Balti get a tombstone? Probably not, because I can't be bothered. That too many characters have died. So third fastest. Oh, you're shitting me. No. That you picked a class, not a race. This is a race. This is a race. So third fastest that was correct was Rain Pumpkin with Ron, which I understand means Norn. So there we go. We will go Norn. So the straw poll is up, guys. Go to the straw poll very quickly. There's a link in chat. Click it. Make your vote. Which class do you want? Necromancer, Guardian, Elementalist, or Warrior? So Necromancer, Ellie, Guardian, or Warrior. Necro's currently in the lead by just a couple of votes. Warrior is fast catching up. Guardian is pretty close too. Ellie's pretty low. It looks like you guys have had your fill of that. I told you it was going to be exactly like when we played that Mesmer. You guys think you want to watch it, then we play 5 minutes, it dies, and you're like, no, never mind. I told you. All right, there are just a couple of votes in it right now. Warrior or Necro. If you're only just joining the stream, if you're only just casting your vote, do it now. You've got 30 seconds. These two are the ones on top. Guardian and Necromancer. They're very close. Necro is winning right now, but only by 3 votes. 1% difference here. So, okay, now they're tied. They're literally tied for votes. Warrior or Necro, guys. So, listen, it is currently 18:42 my time. As soon as that ticks to 18:43, I will, whoever's in the lead, whichever one vote has it, will determine this. If they're still tied, it will be the first person to break the tie with a vote, okay? So there you go, 43. Necro just slammed ahead of Warrior. Sorry. Oh, it's Guardian that's really close. It wasn't Warrior, it was Guardian that was really close, not Warrior. Anyway, Necro's winning. Necro won it. All right, Necro. Tall or small? Code is 9. Tall or small? Tall, small. Oh, wait. Boy or girl? Male or female? Sorry, male or female? The code is 9. Male or female? Code is 9. Male or female? Okay, so Soup got that one. Female. Okay, so now tall or small? Tall or small? 8. The code is 8. Tall or small? Code is 8. Sorry to everyone watching the VOD right now. I know that you're going to be like, oh, this is pretty boring to listen to. We'll get through this quick. Don't worry. Okay, small, small. I'm going to take the Trickster Demon. I'm going to be Dignity. I'm going to have... Which one was the crazy Gruul one? I can't remember. One of these was the crazy Gruul one. I can't remember. Anyway, strength, cunning, or intuition. Type it out. Strength, cunning, intuition. Strength, cunning, intuition. The code is 7. Strength, cunning, intuition. Strength, cunning, intuition. I bet more people vote strength just because it's the easiest word to type in. It's the first one you heard. Who's going to brave intuition and getting finger first? There you go. Strength. Strength was 3rd. At a recent celebratory moot, I blacked out, got in a fight, or lost an heirloom. That's blacked out, got in a fight, or lost an heirloom. Blacked out, got in a fight, lost an heirloom. The code is 2. The code is 2. Lost an heir... Oh, wait. It's 3rd fastest. This is blacked out. Blacked out. Boom. I'm going to take Wolf. And, okay, so, the name. Though trouble may follow me, I overcome it with dignity. Wolf, my spirit guide, teaches that there is a time for violence and time for peace. I work hard to maintain my physical strength and prowess, and yet in the past I've been careless. I overindulged in merriment at a moot and woke up the next morning with no memory of what I'd done. It's a mystery I must solve. A necromancer's closest companion is death. In acknowledgement of this, I mark my face with the symbol of a trickster demon, and this is my story. Signed by who? The code is 941. 941. It was the 3rd story instance, Mozzie me. First was killing Bersalak. 2nd was defending on that hill. 3rd was that shitty one. Alright, here we go. Small and thick. Wow. Alright. Oh my god, is that actually the name? Let's see. Okay, Cheeky Cheeks was first, then it was Ponsing Berry Small Piece, and finally Pedo Predator. That's a name I'm not going to do, though, because I don't want to... First, I don't think it's funny, even remotely. Second, I don't want to get banned. So the next one on the list is Meme Lord, which I also don't think is funny at all, but you might be doing just to annoy me, in which case it's an amazing name. So there you go, Meme Lord. It's taken, thank God for that. We get to move on. Oh no, this is a terrible name as well. This might be too many characters though. It's Balti is dead. It's too many characters. Good. Next name. Okay, is perhaps a serious name, is this? What does this mean? Argin Silverwild. That's like the most serious name I've ever seen anyone ever go for in one of these runs. From Black Dragon there. Argin Silverwild. Well, there you go. Quite the spectrum of names there. Beautiful.
Ich bin Norn, geboren im wilden, freien Zittergipfelgebirge. Mein Leben ist die Jagd. Im Norden bekämpfte mein Volk unseren Erzfeind, Jormark, einen Drachen von Frost und Schnee. Der Drache brach unseren Stolz, nicht aber unseren Kampfgeist. Kurz vor unserem Ende sprachen 4 Geister der Wildnis zu uns. Bären, Rabe, Schneeleopardin und Wolf. Sie riefen uns südwärts, fort vom sicheren Tod. Wir errichteten die große Halle von Holbrack und suchten uns neue Jagdgründe. Manche raten vom Kampf gegen Jormark ab. Ich sage, das größte Wagnis ist es, nichts zu wagen. Eines Tages.
I've had a couple of people say that I made some incorrect decisions. I've looked very closely, though. On my end, it was the correct order. Cherry, you were the next on the list, and Rain, you weren't there. So, sorry, guys, but that is correct on my end.
Geschmiedet wie Stahl. Wie meine Ahnen vor mir strebe ich nach Ruhm. Eines Tages wird mein Platz unter den Helden der Norn sein. Meine Stärke ist ein Geschenk der Geister der Wildnis. Damit kann ich die Flut aufhalten und Berge versetzen. Ich überwinde alles, was mir im Weg steht. Ich bin noch unerprobt, doch meine Taten haben mir schon Freundschaft und viel Respekt eingebracht. Jedes Jahr wird in Holbrack eine große Jagd veranstaltet. Nur die Besten werden eingeladen. Ich werde mit Macht Trophäen sammeln und mich beweisen. Dann trinke ich und prahle mit meinen Siegen. Ich nehme die Herausforderung an. Ich genieße sie. Kommt Gefahr und Abenteuer. In den Hütten und Hallen meines Volkes wird meine Stärke mich unsterblich machen. Das ist meine Geschichte.
Does it sound cool in German when she says this is my story? Major spoilers there, Inks. I'm gonna have to ban you there if you're spoiling the crazy plot details from the 2015 stuff, my friend. That's unacceptable right there. Alright, we start with Axe and Consume Conditions. Not too good, really. Oh, I'll tell you what, actually. Necro... What does the Signet passive... When does it proc on Necro? I can't remember. It's just like Vampirism, isn't it? It's just like casual Vampirism. I'll tell you what, though. Last time we played this, we were using Blood Fiend, weren't we? Which, on Merciless, you can't use. So, you don't get the Blood Fiend, actually. So, it would have to be the Signet heal. That's quite a bit of sustain gone. So that's curious. Definitely minions are going to be strong. I mean, I'm sort of throwing up to the whims of Twitch chat for now while we're sort of learning some of these classes. I really had no real thought that we were going to be playing some Necro, but here it is. So we'll see how that feels. This is pretty frustrating. What the hell is a boss to kill? Thank God we're not timing it anymore, because, man, that would be annoying. There have been a couple that have been up, but the quest markers have been in weird places, and then they've just sort of disappeared very quickly. So we're just wandering around right now. We've got these Skalkin things, which we could fight, but there's no need to. I'll tell you what, a mob just spawned right where we were stood earlier. Maybe coming up here we'll find something. This player is going to look for some... Oh, here we go. So there's the Owl Griffin Sire. If he kill steals it, this is terrible for Guild Wars 2. This is actually everything that Guild Wars 2 wasn't supposed to be kill stealing, and I feel at risk of it. Very rarely, but I did right there. That's insane vulnerability, right? Yeah, wow. This is good. That's 25% damage, even with no gear. 25% more damage is nice. That we're going to be getting. I mean, Axe is good now. Axe has got all those buffs. It just keeps getting more and more and more. It, like, double procs on the 3 and stuff. I don't know. And it's just lots of Shroud. That's what's really important about it. Just tons of Shroud. That's what we want. Shroud, 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 Shroud. Shroud is like our version of Pet. So for what it's worth, this is an easy mode class. We've just swung on the pendulum from the hardest class to one of the easiest. If Ranger isn't the easiest, this one is. Alright, so unequip armor and get that sweet Champion of Tyria outfit. Well, here we go. So you guys can pick another outfit again. The code is 13. So go on, give me an outfit. Something unique, something interesting. Or the cook again. I don't know. Or the Arctic Explorer again. Man, we look pretty good. I'm liking these tats. And by that I mean tattoos, not boobies. Alright, Wedding from Black Dragon was third on the list. Wedding. Good job again, Black Dragon. Alright, I'll take the wedding outfit. Oh, no. I don't like it at all, actually. But, hey, it's got a certain flavour to it. All right, fine. This is genuinely just like a white wedding dress. Okay. This is what we'll play. Taboobies. Is that the name of a tattoo on a boobie? I was looking on Reddit of a picture of some guy who had some pretty major man boobage going on, if I remember correctly, but tattooed his nipples to like have like a pixel pattern on them. It was really weird. Yeah, you can't click it to summon it, so you can't use the fiend unless there's some trait that summons it, but I'm almost positive there's not. We just get jagged horrors from traits. The sleeves are really ugly. So, does anyone have any opinions on this as a wedding dress? Would you like to wear this as a wedding dress out in like a nice snowy sort of wintry wedding? What do you guys think? Would you like this? I mean, it doesn't have to be this colour. We could go permafrost, alright? It has to be a nice white wedding. If you're going to go permafrost on anything in the game, it has to be a wedding outfit, surely. And we'll have some nice... Oh no, the cutscene probably means we've missed that. That outfit breaks the immersion. QQ, it's ugly. Well, it is Norn themed. I actually think the wedding outfits usually have got quite a lot of detail put into them. And they are quite special. Hold on. It's got to be nice and white and pretty, guys. Okay. Pretty. Very pretty. We're going to go pretty. And then we're going to have silver satin. Ooh. Silver satin. Ah. With just a touch of incandescent. Shit. I don't like the incandescent. That makes us look like a Disney princess, so we're not going to do that. Alright, they just gave us another axe, so... Screw that. I like what the devs do here, by the way. Like, introducing us to the idea of equipping new gear, but it's got nothing to do with the skills or whatever, because this is what people are familiar with from other RPGs. And things only get a bit more complicated moments later. WP proving that Fashion Wars isn't just the end game, it's also the start game. Hell yeah. Dossie says I can't die for shit. Do you want to stop attacking me and throwing kappas in chat, man? I'm going to get a Nazi mod in here and get you banned. B-boy, where are you? You've become my, you know, my new favorite to my most hated in the course of one stream, Dosty. We could go chromatic. Ooh. What do you think, guys? Ooh, very pretty. What do you think? Go to your wedding in aluminium foil? Yeah? I think that's a good idea. I don't know about you guys. I think it's a good one. Alright, here we go. Let's get the story going. Now, if this is the Grawl thing, we might struggle anyway. Even on an easy mode class. Now that we're back to an easy mode class, there's kind of a requirement that I actually beat it. Which could mean that, like, the next couple of streams you're actually watching quite a lot of this, but we'll see. She's going to run around on a jackal too. Mountains. Probably going to be more frequently better than running the raptor. Yeah, no mods in chat. It looks like you're safe. She looks better without the dress, and I'm a straight female. What, the aluminium one? Or the, oh, yeah, we can't mount here. The aluminium variant, or just... Come on, what's wrong with this? I think I did good here. Silver satin? Who doesn't like a bit of silver satin? That sounds decadent and amazing. Look, she's like a hero. Look at her. She is the wedding warrior. The princess warrior with her trusty jackal friend. It's excellent. She looks like she's having a pretty rough ride there as well. And again, I don't mean like in a sort of a ryway there. It just looks like this would be really annoying to... as a method of transport. We can't equip axe offhand, so we only get the 3 skills. But we do have Shroud, baby! And all 5. All 5. Look at that. Juice. Excellent. I love the way these are actually integrated into the open world. The mods have eaten too many potatoes. Sorry, what's this? You might silence one of us, but you can't silence all of us. Your die skills suck. Wow, what is this, like, uprising? Do you know what? if you want to go in game and, you know, give me a little screenshot and post it in chat now of how to correctly dye a Norn wedding dress, I have quite the palette of dyes, as you'll see here. You know, we can go nice black if you want. Actually, that looks awesome. She looks like some kind of, like, seductress in that, doesn't she? Why is that also red? I guess because that's bloody red. Wow. Hey, that's not bad either. She looks like she's ready to meet you in the boudoir with that. But hey. A weapon of legend. If you can mod me, then I can't attack you anymore. Alright, Jotun. Now, these are skippable. Should we YOLO it? Because this is going to be very low pressure. I'm going to YOLO it. I've got max shroud, so screw it. We will try to skip them as best we can, though. This looks great, no fog. Beautiful with no fog. Well, the trees look a bit poo, but...
Wir bringen ein weiteres Opfer dar. Ein Jäger wagte sich zu nah heran. Ist stark. Sein Opfer...
Search for the Delgian Wall Steel.
Gebt uns die Kraft, unser Geburtsrecht zurückzuholen.
Retrieve the artifacts. Investigate the altar. See, I really like this arc, because it's like... It's quick, it's snappy, you know? You're in, you're out. Bada bing, bada boom. Podcast time. Good luck, Inks. Enjoy yourself. Go for Santa's wife. Ah, that was supposed to be Santa's wife, was it? Is that what you guys thought it looked like? I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Careful, the Jotun Guardian, never forget. Yeah, that Guardian was cut down in his prime. The longer you stream, the more orchid/berry farming I do. So thank you. Well, there you go, see? I like the idea that, like, a couple of years from now, you'll go back to Bitterfrost Frontier or to Draconis Mons, and you'll think of me. You'll think of me, Cypher. And those happy summer days that you're now overly nostalgic about, despite the fact in the moment they were just regular days. That red dye variation was decent, says Dusty. Well, I thank you for your approval, Dye Master. I bow to you. Oh, the shadows looked great down there as well. That was a real beauty. I think of you every time I go to sleep. Oh, God. Necro's fun, a little work. It could be amazing in raids too. I think it's great in raids anyway. It depends on the encounter, but it's got its uses. Across all three, or across core and the two specializations, especially. Right. Meet air outside the Sons of Svanir camp. If anything, with that last Ellie attempt, you proved you're the Dye Master. Yeah, I mean... One thing we could have done, by the way, is gone staff instead of focus. If we'd picked the staff, we could have just kited that boss around. Like, if I could go back in time now, all I would have to do is pick the staff, and it would be a bit of a grueling encounter, but we'd get through it, and we'd at least be one instance further ahead. After that, I don't know, it's the mysterious beyond, but... yeah. Easiest starter class? Ranger, definitely Ranger. Warrior actually thinks a hard class. So we've got to kill all of these now. Our AoE shouldn't be too bad, though. I don't think, anyway. Especially not with the Torment stack that we can throw up AoE. Now, there's all kinds of fun ways to trait this. Does Life Blast... Did it always pierce by default? I thought that was a trait. I thought you had to have a trait to make it pierce. I'm okay with that, though. But basically, we just got to get our life force back as much as possible. So this is why this axe is really good. because we can use the 2. And by the time our cooldown's done, we're about 50% recharged. I think, if anything, what I really want to do is hold off going into Shroud until the last moment. And then we can use it to kite away. That's just my thinking right now, though. Ranger is too easy. Ranger was very easy, yeah. It had its hard moments. There were about 5 of them. It did have its hard moments. WP, you mentioned your last YouTube video getting ready for a wedding. Is this a family member? Yeah, it was just some stuff going on in real life, that's all. Can someone explain it? Which class have more or longer game fun to see a whole world or world versus world PvP or dungeons or so on? I guess what you're trying to ask in a really weird way there is which class can do the most in all of Guild Wars 2. Which one's the most versatile? They're all pretty versatile. I feel like over the years, Guardian's been the most versatile. It's had solid places in all 3 game modes. But I mean, if you take any individual slice of time, they'll either be on the odds up or on the odds down. But yeah, Guardian's kind of the one I think of. It always just has such a secure place just because of its unique abilities to provide certain things. Like, as long as it can provide so much premium AoE stab, it's going to be, you know, super sought after in World vs. World. Okay, so, Staff. This would give us marks. Generally not very impressed with this, I don't think. The chill's alright. It's 1200 range. It's a way to build life force as we kite away when we're low. But in a lot of those situations, we'll probably run with Death Shroud cooldown anyway, so I'm not entirely sure. Warhorn I really wanted to see. That would have been nice. Just for swiftness and stuff, I guess. Actually, Warhorn wouldn't have been that good. Dagger I'm quite excited about, just because it's blinds and it's a bit of condi damage. At least for the Chapter 10 stuff, it's nice. Focus, it gives us regeneration, which is also pretty cool. So, they're all sort of mediocre, really. It's up to you, though. The code is 17. The code's 17. That wedding dress clips all over the place, not just on mounts. Yeah, it is a bit clippy, isn't it? It does feel it. Okay, so person number 1 was Tata with Staff, who said redeem yourself. But then the next was Cypher with Focus, and the third was Bear with Focus. So we go Focus. So we can equip that. Good. So hopefully the regen will help us somewhat. And I'm sure we'll have ample opportunities for more staves later. I think around the level 20 story, it loves giving us... Oh, my lord. Okay, that's fine. I think around the level 20 chapter, it gives us tons of two-handed things. So for a Necro, that literally means Staff. Or... Greatsword is Reaper. What else does that have that's two-handed? It doesn't get Hammer. Doesn't get Greatsword. Doesn't get Longbow. Doesn't get Shortbow. It's just going to be tons of staves, isn't it? I must be forgetting something. Obviously underwater weapons, but... Focus will be the fatal mistake, do you think? Well, for that to be a fatal mistake, we'd have to die really soon. I wonder which mount this doesn't clip on. Griffin, it still clips, not as bad. Oh, it's clearly best on Skimmer, just because it's so elegant, right? Oh, we're gonna go this way. Let's get the spined longtail. Dismount. We'll watch the Minotaur there. I gotta go north. Look at this. A pretty skimmer for a pretty lady. Oh. I actually really like the skimmer right now. I think the red looks really good with the white there. I think it looks really good. See? Princess Pretty is going to get through the Shiver Peaks and beat the Elder Dragon Zaitan. Just you watch. This is the start. This is what this character should be called. Princess Pretty. What we gotta do is Love Struck, baby. Love Struck. Oh, I'm surprised I actually had the axe, to be honest. So we've got to have all of the pretty stuff, yeah? So nice Love Struck axe for us there. With a little love heart on it. Alright, we're going to defeat Elder Thrall. Regen immediately. And I guess the Vuln is nice. I'll take advantage of the vulnerability with the Torment. I'm actually going to walk. Oh, but then he gets immobed. I'm going to force him to walk in the Torment. We'll fear him away. More Torment ticks. Does the 2 poison at the moment? I guess I should use that. Ow. Oh, what a dickhead. What a dickhead. What an absolute... What a cock. Yeah, staff would have been nice here. Just saying. Are we already... No, it's bleed. Why do I remember that being poison? More regen, please. Oh, God. It's alright. Our downstate's not so bad now for the Merciless challenge. God. How did the Rev die? Dude, a lot has happened on this stream. The Rev died, then an Ellie died, and now we're here. Our blood is in the blood of the mountains. Yeah, but Downstate Necro will get very strong. Again, I do consider this an easy mode class for now. Downstate Necro will get very strong in the final chapter of the game. In Victory of Death, when we hit level 80, and we get our 3rd specialization, we also unlock the Signet of Agony. If we have blood magic at that point, Signet of Agony, it's GG. We're golden. We'll be fine. But it's getting to that point. Why do I have the game on German? Just for funsies, man. You'll have to watch the VOD after I'm done while you have some Chinese food. Oh, that sounds good, Terminology. That sounds good. I haven't ordered Chinese for a long time. Your downstate is stronger than your upstate? You know, that could well be true, because a lot of our power will be loaded into our minions anyway. The actual pressure we do, you know, all the quick little packets of damage, it might be a bit better. Obviously, there are ways that you can run Fire Salsa for 40% more downstate damage, and you can do a lot more if you proper comp for it, and then post meme videos about it on YouTube. We're not going to get to that level in Merciless, but we will have a strong downstate. All right. Return to Ayer's camp and seek aid. I don't know where that is, so we'll just leave for now. Wait, in Holbrook, Ayer's camp. It says her camp, not... Oh, I guess that is her camp. The Jotun have done some lifting down that damage. Yeah, he was pretty heavy hitter, wasn't he? Bunny Panda High says number 10 on the NA PvP leaderboards. The shocked face. Yeah, I'm still number 10. I got pushed to 11 for a minute or two today, but I'm at 10 again now. I haven't actually played any games. It's just people shuffling around. Slowly climbing higher and higher. Thing is, right now I'm playing a lot of Fresh Air Weaver, which is a weak build I would never play in ranked. But because that's where all my fun is and where my muscle memory is, I'm a bit... When I go back into rank, when Decay hits me, I'll have to play some Mesmer Sword games in unranked and then go into ranked with it and stuff like that. There's an extra level of stuff to do, really. Which has sort of put me off doing random little games. Also, a single loss at that level, you know, it drops you off of an entire page, so... Alright. Do we trust in the spirits of the wild or the power of steel? Are we going to go from Mighty Blade to face a mighty foe with the power of steel? Or are we going to trust in the spirits of the wild and have Korag tremble before Wolf's ferocity. Do we trust in the power of steel, or spirits of the wild? Spirits of the wild. Type those out. The code is 44. You haven't played Guild Wars 2 in ages. What should I do to get back into the game? Make a new character, man. That's what I'd do anyway. Or even just get a burner free-to-play account. You don't have to re-download anything. Just get a free-to-play account, because then you get that like really fresh experience of like getting all those achievements, and it sort of guides you around a lot better. And then once you're comfortable with it again, go back to your original old account and decide whether you want a new tune or you want to pick up one of your old ones and stuff. That's probably quite a fun way to do it. There's a link to get a free-to-play under the stream as well, by the way. Alright, so 44. The third fastest finger was... So we had Dumac was first. Tarek Gaming was third. And lastly, we have One Piece of Life. 44. Spirits of the Wild. Spirits of the Wild. Korag will tremble before the wolf. League of Ulysses says, if you pick Power of Steel, you have a really high chance to die. Refills Wowman. Really? Well, we never picked that one, so... That's interesting, though. Is that the one that was really hard with the Gruul? Dusty says, I tried to go for third and I never get it. I hate the new voting. I know, you're going to disappear from these streams now. Tomorrow I'm going to stream and you're just going to be gone. You're going to be out there. You're going to be like, why would I want to... I can't dictate how it all goes now. Why would I want to watch this? SMH, and then you're just off. I remember you can talk to Garm now. It's just a part of the story, isn't it? We're genuinely going to just float our way around the world on this serene, graceful, beautiful day of my wedding. Who am I marrying? Well, that's for me to know and you to find out. But it is going to be a beautiful wedding. I swear to gods... My backstory is not that I was jilted at the altar and I'm now, you know, just off in denial, pretending I'm on some fantastical RPG adventure, while in truth, you know, I'm on some kind of bender and crying myself in a corner of a bathroom. Exactly, my ego is too fat. Why do you keep talking about your ego? What am I missing? Is that some kind of, like, in-joke that I don't get, or is that just funny to you? I guess it's kind of funny, the idea of constantly going on about your own ego, because that's kind of, you know, that's almost an ironic thing. Marry Bram. So let's play Shag, Marry, Kiss. Yeah? Let's play Shag, Marry, Kiss, guys. Here you go in chat. Look. I know how to do a girly stream with, you know, wedding outfits and hearts and stuff. Here we go. Let's play Shag, Marry, Kiss. Here are your options. Cormier, Traherne, Bram. Alright. So there you go. Traherne, Cormier, Bram. Shag, Marry. Wait, what? Yeah, it's Shag, Marry, Kiss, isn't it? I thought it was Shag, Marry, Kill. No, we're doing Shag, Marry, Kiss, I guess, because that's what I said. I'm going to use the 5 to chill and keep backing up as I build Shroud. I'm quite scared of these guys because they have that ice ability that like one-shots you in some of the earlier instances. Here again, I'm going to chill and then just start walking away while he's got the torment on him. All right, easy peasy. We got 22 vulnerability there. 22. Such a noble beast ruined by Jormag. Did you see his eyes? At least Ormy can rest. Alright, Son of Svanir, let's see. Shank, murder, kill. What? Well, that just sounds violent, and 2 of those are basically the same thing. Oof, okay. I'm just going to preserve my life force on this one. I want it for the next instance. There's another sort of side to Necro, actually, in that you want to sort of It's sort of like on a, a Final Fantasy game where you're making sure your limit break or your overdrive or whatever is full before the boss fight. You kind of want full shroud going into the story instances just to be sure, just to be safe, I guess. Shag Traherne, marry Cormyr, and kill Bram easy. Kill was not an option. You have to kiss Bram. Alright, we're going to stand in the middle and use our AoEs here. These guys are dying pretty comfortably. I like the packet of damage at the end of Tainted Shackles. It's really nice. Align ourselves to get the piercing damage. Oh, this is wave defense, is it? The waves are getting a bit bigger. Let's bounce some regen around. Garm and Air are going to take a lot of it, which is a bit poo, but that's fine. They also have aggro, so that's fair. Could the Norn produce offspring with humans? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? I think if this franchise sort of allowed itself to go into that kind of territory, it would be a fun thing to talk about. It's not quite tonally adult enough, I think, to do it in a good way. This is quite scary right now. But with the deaths come more life force. So here I can come in. Oh, we got the level as well, which 100% healed us. But even without, those deaths would sort of have refreshed us quite a lot. For Foe Warden, thanks so much, Foe Warden, for the sub with Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Spud Club. You got an eye for fine potatoes, dude. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoyed your new emotes and all that good stuff, dude. Alright. Oh, there you go. That's the instance done. Wow, they're already playing the end game sad music. Jesus. Okay. Back to the Wolf Lodge. Devs should make Norn look less human then. No, it's okay. I'm even with the tone that they have set, even with what they can do, and they've shifted it a little bit, definitely in some areas, and especially with Path of Fire. All right, here we go. So we get our staff now, just like I said, two-handed. They're coming, so it's good. We'll get the 160 health on it as well. That's the wardrobe. What? Do we have a love struck? No, but I'll tell you what. We do have Kazmir staff. Ooh. Oh, look at the pink. Ooh. Ooh. Don't you love my staff? Ladies. Let me go get my blusher. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know whether I'm like making fun of people right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like vaguely role-playing. It's cool. It's good. All right. Let's go up here. This is what happens when we stream very, very tired. What should I know about getting back into the game when I had to stop playing before Heart of Thorns? So there's... I guess the main difference is there's the specialization system. So you can pick 3 specializations. So as an elementalist, you can choose to specialize in fire, air, earth, water, or arcane, yeah? But you can only pick 3 at once. So there's loads of different specializations you can choose. They all change based on class. So warrior gets discipline or arms or strength, right? And every time the devs release a new expansion, they add new specializations to all the classes called elite specializations, which are like really, really build defining. Feel like subclasses, right? So like they completely change like your profession icon, the kind of things you're capable of doing, profession mechanics. Is really, really, really cool. It's a very cool system, and that was the main thing that sort of started with Heart of Thorns when the first wave of elite specs came out. Then another expansion released, Path of Fire. I mean, I do this conversation all the time on streams, but the game's massive now. This is all new map space, and soon-ish will be all explorable as well. Some of it already is. There's a lot that's changed. If you're a Guild Wars 1 player, you can go back to the Underworld in Guild Wars 2 now. There's proper end game for PvE. There's a lot of really solid infrastructure in PvP and very solid balance right now in PvP. Could be better, but it's pretty solid. Oh dear, this is... oh god. Alright, first let's talk to Garm.
You are his new pack. Good. She is Mr. Old Pack. She is sad too often. Now we will hunt together once more.
Her old pack? You mean Destiny's Edge?
Yes. The Char and the Human and the rest. Have missed them too, but most of them miss my alpha smile.
Don't worry, Garm. Everything's going to be okay now. I promise. Alright, this is going to be... Unless we die right here, right now, Garm. This could be pretty bad. Summon a spectral wolf to aid me in battle for a short time. Alright, good. I can continue being a minion monster. There it is. Go, wolf. Come. And the 5 is a hill. Go. Garm isn't even attacking. Go, get in there, people. Sounds like he has peanut butter in his mouth. How dare you? You want to do a better dog voice? Garm is Yoda, apparently. What? How did that sound like Yoda? Alright. More doggies. Go. Nice voice for Garm. So nice that there's at least one moment where you get to talk to him. Yeah, I like it too, and I find it interesting, you know, when we think about Living World Season 3, and everyone's like, oh, Bram needs to have some kind of arc where he's punished for his hubris and, you know, someone close to him dies or whatever. A lot of people say, oh, you know, he could get Garm killed. And that's sort of a nice way of tying up another loose end with killing off Air, I guess, or whatever. And, you know, all these are interesting ideas, but it's funny to look back at being able to properly communicate with Garm and see him as a real character. And then the idea of just sort of killing him off almost in a tokenistic manner, just to sort of have, like, that arc for Bram with no respect to him at all. It's kind of funny. And I think that's fair and fun, because at the end of the day, Garm isn't really a character. He does speak here, but he's not really a character in many other ways, especially outside of the novels. But, yeah, it's fun to think about the both. Alright, we're getting back attacked. All these Final Fantasy comparisons here. Looks like they have a preemptive strike on us. Is there a certain order I should do the buyable content, including expansions and Living World? Yeah, man, if you're doing it for the story, that's really cool. And it's all just listed out for you. So just do it in the order that the game does it. So you finish what I'm currently playing, which isn't very good, by the way, compared to all the other stuff. Then you get Season 1 and you get a recap, because this isn't currently playable. But you get a history lesson. And then Season 2, and you'll basically have a new party of characters you've got to sort of get used to, and it's a bit poo. There's a YouTube video summing up all of Season 1 as well if you want. But then, yeah, you just go through Season 2. And then Heart of Thorns came out, and that's that expansion. You play that. This is all one big coherent story that chains into itself. So then you do Heart of Thorns. Heart of Thorns leads straight into Season 3, where you're hanging more around the jungle that the expansion was set in and stuff. And then the most recent expansion, Path of Fire, just came out. And then the new Living World season has just begun. So yeah, it's all listed in order on the story journal. It really is as simple as that. You just play through, man. Did I ever play 15? I did play a tiny bit of it at the start. Maybe about 6 or 7 hours before stopping. About a year ago exactly was when I was doing that. About a year ago I was playing quite a lot of PS4 and I was really enjoying myself on it. And I don't even have a TV anymore, so... Cool, if you're really paying a lot of attention on these streams, my life could probably sound quite miserable at the moment. It's by choice I don't have a TV. I can get myself a TV. And I hope to at some point. But yeah, I wanted to play a lot of it, but it's sort of scary how big that time sink is. It coming out on PC, I might get it on PC. I don't know. No worries, dude. Why is Season 1 unplayable? Well, because when the devs first started implementing that back in 2012-13, they were really trying something very radical and a weird way of developing MMOs, where all the content was temporary. It was like you're playing Guild Wars 2 today and with it installed and experiencing it today, or you miss out. And it was sort of a way to keep people playing without having a subscription fee that sort of shackles them to the game and all this kind of stuff. It was a really beautiful idea, but the company was not structured well for it, was not prepared for it, did not have the correct direction, and it didn't resonate. They leaked tons of players. It didn't market as well as they hoped, so they had to give up on it. And they went with Season 2 instead, which was a different format and was designed to be replayable. So it means that to this day, there's about 2 years of Guild Wars 2 development, representing... You see how this is 8 releases? Yeah, 8 pages? This is like 18 pages, yeah? Some of them are really small and naff, but nonetheless, it would be like 18 pages. There's about 2 years of Guild Wars 2 development that's in this Scarlet War here. This, that you cannot play. But they give you a recap. And like I said, there's like a 2-hour-long movie on YouTube that sums it all up for you. Type in Guild Wars 2, Season 1, Dreamy Abaddon. That's the person who made it. And they've sort of stitched together a footage from tons of content creators and narration and stuff from tons of different content creators. I'm in it myself, so, you know, if you like me, then there's a bit of me in that. And, yeah, it sort of retells the story. The game itself expressly says that they, or suggests that they are going to be re-implementing it. See? They say it's currently unavailable, but they want to bring it back, kind of thing. Back when the first expansion was coming out, official line was that they were going to re-implement it. I even had an interview where I asked them about it. But it's not been done so far. I hope that one of the things that the studio is doing right now is this. I think this is the perfect time for ArenaNet to do this. As well as some tune-ups for my story, but I don't know whether they'll ever do that. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that the studio is working on it, but we have no official confirmation. ArenaNet is a studio that doesn't talk about things that's upcoming. And I think that's quite a wise move and one that they've had to put a lot of work in to learn. But it does mean we just don't know right now. I really waffled there. What I was trying to say is not talking about things until they come out is very good because it helps them prevent... It helps... It's a safeguard against like overhype and unrealistic expectations and stuff, which is sort of the biggest burners of this franchise, I think. Over unrealistic expectations. From the 2012 general bro dude gamer that thought that dynamic events were one thing and not another, to expectations of Trinity-less combat and several other things. I think it's all been very important. It's important for the devs learn how to manage the community's expectations, and if that means radio silence on upcoming stuff, then that's what that means. Alright. Utility skill class. Obviously, minions. Obviously, minions. Obviously, you would be a nut to vote for anything else at this point in the game. Obviously. Not spectrals. Not wells. Later, maybe we can look at these things. Not corruptions. Later, maybe. Signet's actually the signet of vampirism. Heal when struck by a foe. It's better than nothing, so I'm gonna grab that. All right. But it's up to you guys. Which line do you want? Spectrals, wells, minions, corruption, signets, minions maybe. Which one do you want? With the code 88, third fastest finger wins it. So go, 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 go. 88. All right, what we got? What we got? Oh, you twats. You're actually bastards. All right, the madmen said wells, which I would have been moderately okay with. Aliel said minions, and I love what you tried there, but the third fastest finger was Anjoys with spectrals. Which, I mean, what can I say? Is useless. It's just, they've just trolled us. It's like when we had Venoms voted for, so thanks for that, Twitch chat. So Spectral Walk might peel us out of something. It's a stun break at least. Spectral Armor. And Spectral Wall. I mean, these things are giving protection, which I kind of like. But, I mean, it is a bit fucking stupid, really. I could get the owl to attack my foe instead of running. Yeah, I'll do the owl here. These give me life force. Specifically, this is good for giving me life force. I'm actually okay with the armor, and I'm actually okay with some good play the walls, alright. So, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a bit annoying. Obviously, minions was our damage. Minions will get lots of nice, juicy stats because they care about our level instead of our stats. So, we really, to do any pressure at all, and also they take a lot of pressure off of us. That's what makes Necro an easy mode class, that plus the Shroud. So, trolling and not giving those is a setback for the level 20 story, but we'll see if we can get through it. I think we should be alright. It's interesting. I've been watching your old Guild Wars 2 daily videos and Living World Season 1 videos lately, and hearing what your expectations were back then and remembering the feels from 2012 has been really fun and, dare I say, nostalgic while I've been doing map completion on my NG. Really, Cherry? Teach me how I was at that time. What do you think? Because I always look on the brighter side. I always try to give the benefit of the doubt, right? Because there was a lot of salt and whinging and bitching during those days, and I was always trying to demonstrate what was good about it and, you know, try and get into the mindset of the devs to see, you know, what was fun. So I'm sure I was fairly positive, and not like in a fake way, but I'm sure I was fairly positive back then. But I wonder maybe whether, I mean, because even to this day I'm sad that season 1 never worked out. I really am. I think that the launch of Guild Wars 2 was so inadequate in so many ways, many of which you'll hear me ranting and raving about all these years later. It's, you know, it was inadequate. Many of them have been shored up later, like PvP. PvP is amazing right now. The infrastructure, everything's so good. Imagine if it was like this right as the game came out. I mean, it would be unbelievable, right? It would be so good. You know, and so it was inadequate. There was basically, they've admitted it was essentially a beta when it released. It was inadequate in so many ways, but I'll tell you what, one of the most biggest problems was that ArenaNet never had 6 months or so purely to plan out and understand and concoct how their version of supporting a live game would work, you know. If they'd had there's a world where those 6 months had existed before August 28th, you know, the release day, and they really knew, and they hit the ground running, and, you know, and this idea of what Living World Season 1 could have been, should have been, I think could still, it lives somewhere. Wow, this is going to be really hard. We have to do that defense on the Haven. What? I've never experienced anything like that. I've never experienced anything quite like that, ever. Ever. Ever in Guild Wars 2. PvE. What? I mean, that was cool. That was really cool. If these guys got off their asses and crit me, I would have been downstate. It was cool. Jesus. But anyway, yeah, you know, I'm a fan of the idea of Living World Season 1. I'm a fan of it. And there's an alternate world where they had those 6 months. And, you know, we'd be playing a very different game right now. I might not be doing Merciless right now because maybe something else would have captured my attention with the game, right? So, like, or almost guaranteed would have. You know, it's a fun thing to think about. And I think another, let's not say MMO, but another massively online game may be able to accomplish at some point in the future. Maybe. From now on, spoilers for me. Got to go. Good luck. Oh, you're really that much into it. Well, good luck to you. What is this challenge about? If you type exclamation mark... There you go. Somebody already did. Just read that. Someone asked what happened. I wasn't watching. I was just standing here like this, and 4 Skelk came out of nowhere and all hit me all at once, de-stealthing, and put me to about like 20 health or something. I was basically dead. So here we aggroed that Dolyak, but it died very quickly, so that's fine. I was surprisingly excited about Costume Brawl. And genuinely excited about lore stuff. I mean, just after you finished the story, you were unhappy about the story. Star telling people to do Arar, and you said you didn't like Ore, but you were still super excited about it. You thought we were going to do Krauke, then the Sea Dragon, then after Zaitan. Things like that. Also, Glass Cannon DD Ellie was the love of your life. Yeah, I mean, I remember that very clearly. I always played DD Ellie. Always, always, always. And I tried running it with arcane stuff to guarantee crits on fire grabbers and stuff. Yeah. So many hours of DD Ellie. Absolutely, I agree. I remember that. You know, I have a video. You might have watched it quite recently. And I'll openly admit to this fear, this insecurity. Nowadays, I have very strong opinions about the core game. And I feel very enlightened. It's incredibly arrogant for me to feel this way, but I do. I feel like I really understand a lot of how it's built and what its shortcomings are, and I talk endlessly about it, right? That's me today. You guys all know that. But I have a fear, right? I have a video on my channel which I posted very shortly after beating the story of Guild Wars 2. It was one of the first videos I did after launch. So my channel had been, you know, been noticed. Basically, who I am today, the kind of traffic I get today, this is all 5 years old now. That all actually started right as Guild Wars 2 came out, and people were like, oh, this seems like a cool new game, and I'd been covering the franchise already for 2 years, so they just sort of all flocked over. And I've basically sustained that level ever since, really. Well, sort of. It's more complicated than that, but yeah. Right around that time, one of the first videos I did, right as I hit that point, was a video where I talked about the story. And I'm actually terrified of going back and watching that video and seeing what I say. Because I'm really scared that I was way too forgiving and nice about it. And enthusiastic. And I'm scared of that because that discredits me of today. Because it's like, well, I do all this ranting about how bad the story is. But I myself have demonstrated that there's stuff to love about it and it's okay and it can be left as it is and blah, blah, blah. And I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that quite obvious, real, perfectly valid criticism that it would exist if I ever found out the truth of how nice I was in that video. So I won't watch that video just so I can live in my own little, you know, happy world where I get to be a salty twat. That's basically the real of it right there. So yeah, I don't know if you've watched that recently. It'd be quite interesting to hear what you think about that. I don't think I went into too much detail. It was more about the gameplay and stuff. I mean, it was a very hard video to make. I remember feeling very lost after the game came out because there's so much to talk about. It's like, where do you even start? I think I just did something. I can't really remember what exactly. Anyway, sorry. Have I considered a challenge that allows healing and dodging but only using racial utilities? It would be a really boring challenge, man. Using only racial utilities? Do you mean no weapon skills? No profession skills? No nothing. Literally just beat the game by summoning owls kind of thing. Or using just radiation fields. I think that's kind of a novelty run. And would be interesting to watch. But not really anything more than that. I think Norn would actually be a really fun class because it would get the transforms. So you would like have bursts of being able to just fight as a bear. And then just being on an insane cooldown. So it'd be like really fiddly. I think they'd be novelty runs. But you're saying allows healing and dodging, right? So it would be very easy. It would just take a long time because of cooldowns. And you just have so little output. Is there a guide? There's no racial kits, for example. If there was a racial kit, you'd find. Could be very viable. Is there a guide to run Guild Wars 2 in VR just like you did? I can't figure it out. I used, what was it I used? I can't even remember, but it was some software I paid for and really wasn't that impressed with in the end. Also, I think what I was playing, one of the things I was testing at that time, it wasn't in true stereo 3D because the UI was getting all butchered and weird. But, I'll take the Vital Heart. But yeah, I don't really have a guide, I'm sorry. If I were you, in your position, I'd start looking for generic guides. On just getting various games hooked up. And I'll tell you what as well. If there's anyone that can make it work, that's even remotely around the scene right now, is Gremba. If his next version of Guild Wars 2 Hook implements some of the stuff that I'm hoping it will. And that he's been talking about. And I'll leave that up to him to discuss, it's not for me. But, and if he continues to have enough time outside of uni to do some deving with various interface-related things, it could be really good for Guild Wars 2 VR. But that's such a very low if, you know, edge case scenario. I don't know, maybe if you buy him a Rift, you improve the odds, or a Vive. Okay, scrolling. First opinions and hopes, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, in truth, I see what you mean with that, really, as well. They are only my first impressions, and first impressions aren't worth too much. You started to watch Guild Wars 2 videos again with specializations and stuff. It's interesting how strong the Druid is. I remember back then when they announced him, I only expected a support healer buffer. No, Druid's been really solid in a lot of different ways. All right, this could be rip run. If we had minions, it would be fine, but we have Spectrals, so what is actually an easy class is now not an easy class right now. We have some usage, but we have to do a lot of damage and quick. And I just don't know whether we've got it. This could be Rip Run. This is a hard instance. This is one of the more notorious ones. Cherry says, you weren't very forgiving. You openly say it has shortcomings, but not in a totally harsh way. I watched it earlier. You aren't as salty as now, but not too over the top. Basically was that the game was fun. Tybalt is good. Traherne not so much. Didn't like Ore. You did a very small Q&A as well, questioning the replayability of Ore quite early, but that was when the metas were on fixed timers. Wow, I had an issue with that, did I? That's interesting. As a Guardian aiming for DPS, should I take power or precision items? Power, my friend. Power, power, power. Guardian has an insanely cool trait that means if you have retaliation on you, your crit chance goes insanely high. So power all the way. I did a VR video for Guild Wars 1 as well, yes. 2 separate projects at 2 different times in my life. The area is beautiful, I agree. Frozen beauty, that's a good word for it. Alright. South gate first, I suppose. When this breaks, I'm going to have the fear wall down. I'm going to walk into it for some prop. I'm going to fear them away. Man, if we were a Reaper, that'd be pretty good. Alright, this is good damage. They got blown up there. So 3 bleed on that, that's fine. When this totally has changed substantially. So the Frost Totem. And let's rebuild our Shroud. 17 seconds till the next wall. All this chill is meaning it's taking ages. The anti-alacrity that we get there, that's annoying. Popping spectral armor, hoping to get some life force from it, and we did. Good. More piercing. Dipping out a little bit early here, just so that I can reclaim from their souls when they die. That's the idea, anyway. Should I use greatsword or sword? It's up to you, man. That doesn't matter. Just have fun, dude. Honestly, you coming onto a stream like this and asking these questions is quite foolish. Just play the game and see what you feel. You should never... Like, what? I'm going to tell you greatsword and you're never going to equip a sword? Dude, just see what you find fun. If you're asking for, oh, what can I run in raids and stuff, that's a big mistake as well. You're not going to be able to play that stuff for a long time, effectively. And when you do, you're going to have to watch kill videos and stuff, so... There's no worries about that. If you're just doing story, literally anything's possible. You're watching me do a challenge with no armor, no healing, no dodging, and for most instances, I'm perfectly fine. For the vast majority of the gameplay, I'm fine. You will be too. It doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about what any streamer tells you what weapon to run. Just see how they feel. Get the most out of the game, right? Try the different weapons. I can swap. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about weapons. Oh, yeah, you can get that advice. But my advice is to play it for yourself. What were they all doing laying down? That was weird. Back into the fear walls. I'm walking in and out myself, too, trying to build up protection. I'm guessing this doesn't... I'm guessing they've got that set up like a temporal curtain giving swiftness in that you can only sort of get one. Yeah, Reaper's extremely fun. Reaper in PvE is one of my most favorite builds for regular story content and open world. Power Reaper, super fun. Really sturdy, really weighty damage. Great access to its own might and vulnerability application. It's just great. High crit. It's good. Really like Reaper. Okay, secure the walls. So now we go upstairs. Man, when the thief was doing this, we were already up there by the time this broke. Oh, there's a friggin' stairway there. I always forget about that. Alright, we gotta be quick here. Obviously that wall was a bit silly. Where's my warband? What are you guys doing? What? Alright, I have to stay with these guys. I can't leave. This character will die in the next 5 minutes tops if I'm not careful here. This represents a lot of damage. I'm going to basically act like I have seaweed salad. To sustain. We're not even getting any regen. It's bouncing too many targets. Got to get back into Shroud. Oh, that chill reducing the cooldown. It's gross. We can pierce our way through the whole group. There's 3 targets there. I think I'm dead. I don't know what I can do. Marks. Fear away. Throw weakness out with the combo field. They're out of range on downstate. Can they still hit me? I don't know. I'm going to try this. Bandage. If this guy comes closer to try and hit me, I'll attack him. So here I could probably get up. So what I'm actually going to do... So I'm going to throw that down. And we're going to get a rally here. And that's just going to give us a bit more pressure. You might think, oh, we're safe and this is done. It's not, because if the warband, too many members of the warband die, I'm not going to have my meat shield anymore. So we got to, like... We got to keep this rolling. Marks don't by default generate life force, do they? It's only when they're traded. Getting out of that field. Back into Shrouds. That saved our life being in Shroud there, by the way. Oh, do you know what would have been nice here? There's actually one thing I think that could have been really good here. What is that word? Begins with an M. Minions, yeah. Minions might have been nice on this mission. Whoa, and now these guys are already here. It's okay, we got full break. And now, again, we have to pressure, like, big time. I don't know what I can do once too many of my allies are dying. Transfuse could be good as well on this class. As a heal for ourselves. No, that wouldn't work, would it? Gonna try and line the sight around here. This we can hit through walls, so we're gonna just use that. Regain as much force as possible. Back in. Can probably... No, don't break just because I feared you. No, don't keep going. Just for the duration, man. Just for the duration. I want you dead. Like, without your friends near you, please. Alright, let's drop that torment before we're forced out again. And build again. Alright. Need regen. Please. You know, calling the owl doesn't seem to be doing any bleed, and I don't know why. Does it take like a million years? I'm not sure what it is. Alright. I feel safe now. I feel okay. I don't think we've lost this. There's actually enough. There's quite a lot of the warbands still up. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think we're okay now, guys. This will keep us in Shroud for long enough to get the torment back. Oh, Christ. Maybe I was wrong to feel safe. But I think we'll sustain with the autos here. I think we'll be alright until we get the rally. Oh my god. You voted for them, but you thought somebody decided they'd pick... Oh god, no, don't retarget. Pick the third guy. Yeah. That's alright. We only have to get through, like, 3 more instances under this very difficult rule set here. And, we'll be okay. Alright, Sergio. Once again, we have saved your haven. You have not given us a waypoint for our deed. And, yeah. I thank you for the time. So, the Char are going to ask us what our plan of attack is now. One of them's an instance at the Greenwich Courthouse. With the mortars. And getting the and dealing with the ghosts. The other one I don't think we've done recently, so we'll have to see. Which one do we want, guys? Do we want to ambush the prey? That's the hunter's way. Or use char tactics and go for a direct assault, which plays to the warband strength. So which one do we want to do? An ambush or a direct assault? Ambush or direct assault with the code 62. The code is 62. Ambush or direct assault. Third person was One Piece of Life who said ambush. Oh, no, wait. Let me read this very carefully. We got Rich P, followed by the Madman, followed by Dusty. You got it, Dusty. There you go. You got one. It's ambush, 62. Ambush. That's the hunter's way. Okay, and another staff. This one's 330 health. Definitely want that health on these staves. Bye-bye, Casimir's staff. We hardly knew ye. Got the caretaker one now, which is also quite pink and pretty. I messed that up. You got one insignificant decision. I don't know. It's not necessarily insignificant, is it? Hey, WP, hope you're having a great day today. I am, man. Thanks very much. I hope you are too. So yeah, I think that's a nice start for the Necro. I know we're only sort of halfway through chapter 2. I would like to just finish the chapter and then we'll do another vote and blah, 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 because we get our first specialization, another opportunity to troll me, all that kind of good stuff. But I think I'll leave it there, guys, because we have been going for 3.5 hours. So we will be back tomorrow, same time. Don't forget, there's a button you can press on screen right now. It's the follow button. Since there's this big migration going to Twitch, maybe I should start paying attention to these things a bit more. If you click that, you'll get notified by the website next time I go live or whatever. So if you enjoyed this, and I really hope you did, I'd love to see you there tomorrow. Same time. VODs will be going up on my YouTube channel, Wooden Potatoes 2. We have a community in Discord. If you guys want to join that, please do feel free. Bunch of like-minded people. We just get together, we chat, we talk about this challenge, we talk about all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I will leave the stream there for today. I hope you guys had fun. I certainly did. And I will see you in less than 24 hours. So thanks, everyone. Take it easy.